Thanks for listening to Crit Seekers, a Dungeons & Dragons podcast. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Grid Seekers. I didn't say it weird that time.
I was gonna mock you.
I know, I was thinking I was gonna do it. Thanks for tuning in again. If you've been listening this long and gone this far, you deserve a medal, and we're sorry. But also thank you, because hopefully you're enjoying like we are, and enjoy for a long time.
I'm not enjoying this one single bit.
Yeah. Well, good thing Tail's dying today, so actually it's written in my notes.
Again.
Right here at the top says Tail dies today. So
Nice. Good. Now my egg hat will protect me.
oh my god.
When you
Now that
own
we've gone
100%
over,
of your
that.
team's deaths.
I am. Fuck.
Dude, stop feeding.
Anyway. So as usual, want to give our shout out to our friend Oscar Garvin for supplying us with part of our soundtrack for everything, and also to all the other musicians and creators out there who have allowed us to use some of their stuff through the royalty-free licensing, which is amazing, and thank you, because it makes things like this podcast a lot better when we can have a soundtrack that is a bit expansive, and I appreciate you. Let's see. Anyone else have anything they want to shout out, talk about, shoot the shit?
Hi, Bob.
Hi, Mom.
Hope
you find your dad.
I don't think.
No, I think we're all good to go.
One day we'll talk about like merch and like sponsors.
Maybe.
But today's not that day.
That day may be miles away.
Yeah.
That day may
Email
never
me,
come, but
and
we'll
for
see.
$1, I will email you back.
Oh, I did want to give one other shout out. There are now and in the future some folks on Reddit whose content I've come across and been messaging back and forth with, and have been allowed to use theirs, kind of put my own little twist on things. So to those of you who I have used and those of you in the future, thank you for your brains and coming up with cool stuff that I enjoy and get to use and kind of share. And we will have a page hopefully on our website that dedicates to everybody who's done music and everybody whose content we've used through Reddit and stuff, so that you can, those of you listening, can go check it out for your own campaigns, because there's some cool stuff. So I've got some fun stuff planned too that I've been working on recently with a couple people, so I'm really excited. Anyway, that was my last shout out that I wanted to do. And without further ado, let us jump into the non-existent intro music that we have currently.
Crit Seekers. Yeah. Pum, pum, pum.
That was
All
amazing.
right.
It's like the NFL.
So, on our last game, our group had finally taken their first steps out of Dead Cairn since the beginning of the campaign. You guys had made your way through a quick little jaunt to the Iron Slopes to gather the rest of your treasure that you had left there. Then made your way to what you had hoped to be the small Thrycreen village for the tribe that you had come across, and found it to be ransacked and burned by a tribe of goblins that you encountered, and ended up learning did it because they were provoked by the Thrycreen. And with some shadiness around Seven, ended up venturing into the
Called
forest
out.
itself, meeting with the chieftain of this goblin tribe, and discovering that there was some dark entities or something within the forest that seemed to be causing some kind of ruckus. And you all ventured in, found these creatures and fought them. Ended up coming in contact with a woman that you had run into at the very start of our campaign in Gelstead, who you sufficed to be a demon, or surmised to be a demon. Sufficed. Or a devil. Thank you. Yep.
There's a difference.
She was a demon.
We talk about it all the time.
That's why. And then ended up having a quick chase with two figures who Seven recognized one of them, and after some inquiry gave a little bit of information to you all, and after that you guys made your way out of the forest and went on your way to Gelstead. And upon arriving there, the gates were shut and you were beset by guards who basically started yelling that Tael was not allowed, being a hobgoblin, into the city.
Are you sure they weren't talking about Seven?
Yes.
Okay.
Your kind ain't welcome around these parts.
But my skin's also red.
And a couple of you went in, spoke to Merton, your old friend, who said that he would try and work things out by the morning, and if you guys would camp outside the city, which is where we left off. You guys had set up camp outside of Gelstead and spent the night. So if you haven't already, any spells, anything like that, hit points that you are missing, please restore them. And that is where we pick up as the morning sun kind of creeps in through the opaque edges of your layman's tiny hut. You can kind of get the hint of the yellows and red and green outlining the outside of it. Yeah, that's where we start. What would you guys like to do?
Rasta hut.
Rustut, if you will.
Ew. That sounds so gross.
I don't like that. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Do, do, do.
How many times are we going to do this on the recording?
Hello. Good morning.
What did Merton say?
Do you-
Sorry, side.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Merton said he was going to help us try and get in the city today.
Yes.
Are we allowed in now? Can I come in? I've been here before.
Yeah, I
You
don't.
looked a little different back
Oh
then.
no,
Taylor.
I'm the exact same.
Are
Nothing
you
changed.
just yelling this at them through the tent walls?
Not yet.
Am now.
Well, maybe you could disguise yourself
Oh,
just to get in
okay.
until we meet with Merton
Maybe.
as a group.
Where'd your friend go? Oh, there's one person there that's different. He looks
Oh,
kind of
do
the
you-
same.
Do you think Tick Tick can come in too? I can't
Oh,
really
no, I don't
disguise
know.
him.
Guys that we have
Oh, I'm not going to leave him out here by himself.
Well, I think we should be talking to Merton first,
Yeah. Okay.
and then see what to do.
So as you guys are kind of talking and cleaning up camp or having breakfast, what have you, you hear some footsteps kind of crunch some branches, and you turn and look, and you see Merton approaching you, and he's kind of still dressed in.
Hello.
This time he's got the different from when you last saw him, the full like the Master Keeper armor that Thurston used to wear, the like really fancy looking gold chest piece and the like almost maroon purpley cloak that flows down. He strides up to you and he goes, hello, good morning,
Oh,
everyone.
good morning, Martin.
I trust you slept well.
We would have slept better in the murder house.
What do we have?
I would have.
A slight just chuckle, and he says, I apologize about that. It's,
I
Well-
apologize.
I'm not sure. Obviously, you haven't necessarily come across this before, but having, well, Tail, I mean this in no offense, but
Hello.
one of your kind here is people aren't very accepting in these parts. A lot of them have come in contact with your kind before, and it was a little bit less friendly of situations.
Oh,
And-
I've come in contact with humans before, and that has been not so friendly, but I still okay with them.
Yes, but unfortunately, the majority of the people here are humans, elves, gnomes, dwarves, the people who have... It's besides the point. I know what kind of person you are. The problem is they don't. So,
Oh, but do
I've
they know
spoken-
that I helped the city already?
well, they know that you all did, but I don't know if that... I mean... It's to be determined. Each person is different. I'm not sure what they will do. However, I
Okay.
spoke to my captains and guards, and you're allowed in the city. I can't promise that there won't be, moments of maybe not so great interactions with people for you, but please come into the city. You're welcome.
Do you think if I write friend on top of my hat, they will be nicer to me?
I definitely think that
Yeah.
will help.
Okay, I'm going to take off my hat and take some of the red paint I've been carrying and write friend on it.
It definitely couldn't hurt, I guess.
I
Okay,
guess, well,
I got all of my bases covered.
can you disguise yourself at all?
I've got the disguise kit.
I mean, sure,
We don't want to
I
waste
can.
spells.
Well, what about
We can do white
Tick
face
Tick
on
here?
you.
Yeah.
Should we use
Is
it?
Tick Tick okay here too, or
What's
Don't
wrong
think
with the
many
red?
people would feel too threatened by him. No offense. And Tick Tick just kind of like steps around Tail and like holds up his little the little like spear blade that Tail brought with him. And Merton just chuckles a little bit and says, "Yes, I believe he'd be more than fine in the city."
Oh, he is very strong warrior.
yeah, you've been doing some
Yeah.
training with him.
Yeah, he's doing his best. He's learning. Soon he will become unstoppable killing machine.
I think it might be best not to share that information with anyone
Okay.
else in the city.
Hey, let me in your city. I'm friendly. I have a killing machine with me.
Training him to
Okay.
just be able to
Alright.
murder all of you.
Well, maybe
We're
we
good to go
go
in.
into I know if it's too bad, I guess I can disguise myself.
Yes, please, of course. If you have that ability, I'm not one to say you shouldn't be who you are, but if it ever comes to that point that you may, I don't know, be taking any flack from anyone, might be a good trick to have up your sleeve.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Well, please come on
Yeah.
then, follow me.
All right.
And he turns and strides off, and you all follow him. As you approach the outside gates of Gelstead, the two guards that are kind of outside look at you all, and
Is it the same two guards?
yes, it's the same two guards, and they just give a glance, and they don't really do anything, especially with a like stern look from Merton. Just stand at attention and allow you through the gates.
As I walk past them, I point to the words on my hat, or the single word on my hat. Then I wave at them.
There's like a disgruntled like humph under one of the helmets that they're wearing, and that's it. You don't get any
Okay.
eye contact or anything other than that.
Fair.
Once we pass by them, when I'm exactly 30 feet away, I'm gonna cast minor illusion on the guard to make it sound like the other guard is saying it. And I'm gonna say, "Yo, mama's so fat, she gave an ogre full cover."
That's amazing.
Keep my head down.
Yeah. As you turn and look, the one guard who kind of did the humph just kind of looks around and for anybody else out and turns and sees the other guard and goes, "Oi, what the fuck, man?" The other guard just turns and looks at him and goes, "What? I'm not." And he goes, "You don't talk about my fucking mom like that. Are you kidding me?" That guy just is like, I'm sorry? It's so fucking unbelievable. He like straightens himself back up.
That is so funny.
You're not coming over for dinner tonight.
Chuckle as I continue towards the city.
All right. So Merton kind of leads you in, and as you walk into the city proper, he just says, I'm gonna have to step away for a bit now. Fortunately, this job came with a lot more duties than I had previously anticipated, and no wonder Thurston went insane. But you can find me just at the guard quarters. You know where that's at.
Okay.
Feel free to have a walkabout for whatever you need. The Nathan Wayne Tavern has been remodeled and rebuilt, though not many frequent it after what happened there. But one of the members of the town thought it a good opportunity to buy it and remodel it, thinking he'd make some money. And, well, can't say it's working out amazingly for him, but do let me know if you need anything. I will speak with you later.
Yes. Let us know if you need anything as well.
I could use more hands than I have on me. That is mostly the case, but...
Is everything okay around here, at least, before you dip away?
Mostly logistics that I have to deal with, but there's still a couple things around the city that have issues, but...
Make sure you say no to jellyfish.
Maybe we can meet for some ale tonight, if you have some free time, and talk about the problems around the city and see if we might help at all.
Yes, I'm sure I could make something work. Just let me know where you end up, and...
I can send you a message.
Perfect. I will make sure to find my way there.
Perfect. I took sending today.
They call me full send Nimue.
Just kind of gives a brief nod and turns
That's
and
funny. Don't
walks
worry.
off. So, the city is currently yours. What would you all like to
Do
do?
we want to go to Murder House or do we want to go to
Others say
Murder
more
Inn?
things.
Straight to the murdering, right?
Murder, no, not
No,
Murder
Murder
Inn.
Inn.
Murder
Oh,
Inn,
okay.
like Murder Tavern.
Murder in La Quinta
Oh.
We'll
Inn.
probably like that.
Ah,
murder house.
okay. Murder House or Murder
Just
Tavern.
kind of looks up at you and just...
Ah.
Okay, where to?
Um,
I mean, let's go to the house, see if
it's like cleaned
if
up.
there's still all the blood on the floor.
I hope there's not. I thought you cleaned that up.
I did.
Oh.
Yeah, see, he's got it covered.
Okay.
Now,
It
if there is more
there.
blood in there, we know it is definitely a murder house. Whether people are doing the murdering
Or
or
the house
whether the
itself.
house murders people, I definitely could not answer.
All right, so you guys,
On order.
you make your way to Thurston's old house that was given to you as part of the thank you for saving the town.
There are a lot of people out.
I mean, there's people out on the streets, and some of them, well, most of them are avoidant of you, not in an angry way, but kind of just like it looks like they turn and maybe see tail and just turn and kind of go back to what they were doing. Some of them kind of give you all nods, but no one really approaches you.
All right, cool.
Perfect.
See, we're already blending in.
I don't think that we blend into
No.
anything ever.
We're blending in.
See, if you combine all the colors of our faces, it makes camouflage.
Right.
Yes.
But unfortunately, we're not all one person.
I don't think that is how it works.
We just need to get one really big trench coat and we can all be one person.
Well, I'll just stack on top of a lad.
Would we count as a large creature at that point?
6 gnomes in a trench coat? Nah. 7
I think we should
adventurers.
put this to paper. Let's measure each.
How tall would we get?
So you guys make your
Logistics.
you guys make your way to the murder house. Step up to the door and it's locked.
Do you have the
we
key?
not
I have the
Oh,
key. It's in the party stash. I have.
wow.
Just making sure you guys remembered to keep that.
I should call it murder house keys. I'll rewrite that.
No, I think that we should call it Murder Manor.
Ooh.
Maybe we
Murder
can
the
rent it
manor.
out.
Yeah, like an Airbnb situation.
We can make some gold off it. This is profitable.
We actually should talk to people, see if we can get an income.
Yeah, I wonder if this place is like seasonal or something.
We can say, we could say it's like haunted. It's part of the allure.
Yes, they could put on plays here that's like a murder mystery.
We could really do something with this.
But then we actually murder them.
No.
No,
We already said the house does the murdering.
We didn't have
Murder.
any return customers.
So you-
I don't think it'd be a
Manor,
good
You
idea.
pull out
Keys.
We have a
pull out
couple
the key from your
regulars.
stash, and it
I have it written down. Murder Manor keys. Just
you
so everybody knows.
turn the lock, and the door opens for you. As you step in, the last time you were here, the walls, the floor were covered in just layers of dust and unuse. There were like scrape marks on the wall. It was just
A murder
a
house.
bad state. Yeah. You walk in now, and the house is completely clean. It is furnished. It looks like the city had put, not fancy. It's not like a mansion furnished, but there's in that sitting room to the right, there's a table, like a coffee table and chairs. There's like a tea kettle or like a coffee pot type of thing. You go into the kitchen, and there's some really rudimentary like pots and pans and kitchen utensils. And upstairs in both the bedrooms, there's beds. Not enough for all of you. There's like 2 beds in each room because both the rooms are pretty small and don't fit a ton. Yeah.
So you're saying they didn't even spring for some like Faberware cooking stuff? How rude.
Are you saying they didn't even sprain for bunk beds? Like, come on.
This is horse
I'm gonna
shit.
head straight for the basement.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to
So
check
I
out
want
the
to
basement.
go to the basement
yeah, I wanna
too.
see if
Much
that's
room
still
for
a murder room.
activities.
Okay, you go in the basement, and it's still just like a cleared empty space. That work table that was down there, that the parts for the flesh golem is still there. You're not sure if it's the same work table or like a new, like they were just like, oh, that's what's supposed to be down here and put, but it's like clean. It's a nice little like workstation table and just an empty basement. It's not massive, but
Dibs.
I don't think that's a
No,
good
this
idea.
is the training room. So while we are here, I shall train Tick Tick in this room. Okay.
Wait, can I like make poisons and potions down
Sure.
here too? Cool.
That's
Yes, this will be a
Space.
workspace
Ah,
for whoever
nice.
needs
That
it.
night,
We will have a lot of time.
Irfan can
You
sleep
seem
down
to like
here.
it down here.
There is a lot of
There's a lot of walls down
there's
here.
a lot of walls and a lot of rock.
So many walls to talk to.
I forgot the word
My dream.
rock.
More walls.
I forgot the word rock for a second. I was like, there's a lot of cement. Wait. No.
Has cement been invented yet?
Asphalt.
Okay, I mean that's
That'd be
fair.
really weird for a wall.
Okay.
all right.
Like,
All right.
Besides
That's,
like the furniture, is there anything else of like interest?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, it's
investigation check.
the best at this. I mean, you'd probably assume that Merton probably had this all arranged and set up for you. Probably the best that this small town could do. But it is yours, and it is furnished.
Is there like a pull-out couch in the living room?
There's no.
Is there a
couch.
Murphy bed?
No.
Do you mean a Merton bed?
I mean, yes, there is a Merton bed.
I can't believe that Merton invented Merton beds.
You guys want to go check out the tavern?
Sure.
We should go to the one that Gralfie's at. The fucking
Who's the fucking
Greatest.
Ralphie?
Gralfie. He's the one
Yeah,
that told us
he is my
about
friend.
the wilds. Even though some of us already knew about that.
got that.
Yeah,
Candy.
he's from Zentos, actually. And he's at one of the taverns. I can't remember.
The half-full chalice.
The Half Full Chalice. There you go.
He told we
He was
were
very
friends.
nice. Yes.
He told me lots of stories, and we became best friends. I'm sure he remembers me. Okay, let's go there.
Yeah.
I'd have an ale.
We know.
Hey, what, Ollie? Yeah, Ollie wants one too.
Yeah.
Vlad, how's your beer?
You definitely notice
Go for
that
beer?
Owly is still a bit more standoffish to you after you left him overnight in the woods.
That's why he wants an ale.
Well, you could probably just leave him in the house. That way he might have a little bit of free room and not be like tied to you all the time. Now that there's a little bit of space for him.
Uh-oh.
But definitely put him in the murder downstairs so he doesn't ruin things.
No, don't do that. Don't keep him in a dirty, dark basement.
Well, wouldn't it be better if
We-
he could like fly around a little
I
bit?
mean, we could always commission someone to build an extension in like a bird,
A little
cage.
bird room.
big bird room.
Yes. The Owly is a priority. All right, let's.
Owly
Let's get
is
to the-
the priority.
Yeah,
You heard Vlad, he wants an ale.
All right, let's go get ale.
Owly.
All right. So you guys. Damn it! I forgot to silence my phone.
2 for me,
Can't believe
1
you've done
for
this.
Owl.
Every day.
Boop.
Sorry, fam.
The transition music as we make our way to the half-full challenge.
So you make your way to where you remember the half-full chalice being. As you approach, it's that kind of single-story wooden building with the really poorly thatched roof. And as you walk in, you can see there's a good amount of people here, even for it being kind of midday. You're not sure if there are people who are maybe staying here and just eating for the morning. It's a bit later morning at this point, probably around like 10 or 11 o'clock, as you guys have like woken up and made your way and kind of looked at things and made your way here. Yeah, you see that extravagantly dressed looking human male behind the counter, Gralfie, who is helping somebody and then sees you all approach and says, "Oh, my friends, how wonderful it is to see you all again.
Hello, Gralfie,
How
it is
have you all
me,
been?"
Dale, your best friend. I've been good.
It says it on his hat.
See,
I can see that, and you've done something with your hair, maybe?
Oh yeah, just a little bit. You know, it's gotten a
No,
little
wait.
dirty. Oh,
It's definitely the hat. It has to
it
be
is
the hat. I love it.
I
It
got
is
it.
Fantastic,
I got it
my
like
dear.
I got it a couple of days ago.
Well,
you know.
A new style coming into play. You'll have to tell me where to get one of these. Yes.
Oh yeah, you have to be a very special person. Yeah.
Are you telling me I'm not a special person, my dear?
Oh,
Has
you have
anyone
to
ever
be
called you a
booyah.
booyah? Yeah.
I cannot say I've been called a booyah. No, what is
Okay.
this?
Well,
Call it
for booyah,
booyah.
it is very special goblin with magic powers.
Well, I'm not a goblin with magic powers, so I guess I cannot wear one of these wonderful
Okay.
hats. Anyway, what brings you back along my path? It is so good to see you, but I did not expect to see you so soon.
Ale.
Same as usual.
Oh, I want
see.
to hear some stories.
Ale for Owly. Ale for Owly.
I wouldn't say it's maybe a good idea to feed a bird owl. I mean, feed a bird ale. Where are my words gone?
Don't feed him owl.
I don't think the first one would have been nice
Feed a bird
either.
owl? No, that would just be cannibalism. I'm not sure. But a bird ale would probably be an awful idea as well.
It would be like feeding a fish tuna. You don't do
Yes,
it.
a fish tuna, exactly.
Or feeding a fish ale.
Or
Then what would you give him?
Well, water maybe, or
There's
I have
one
some
water.
scraps of meat. I
One
would
water and meat for Owly.
oh, you have
Very
scraps of
well.
meat.
You
Are you
also want
owly?
scraps of meat.
Oh, sure.
Very
will
well, I
take
can
some.
do this.
Oh,
And
thank
for
you.
the rest of you.
I would love an ale.
Oh, an ale.
I would
too.
also love to hear about what's been happening around
want
town while we've been
stories.
gone.
Oh, the same old riffraff, just boring and boring and boring. It's just very boring around here, honestly.
Sounds like not your type of place.
I've done
Does he
my
sound like
fair
he's-
share of adventure, and this is just fine for me now.
Does he sound like he's withholding information about recent events?
Roll an insight check.
I mean, last time we were here, it was a bit more than boring, so it could be worse.
And that would be probably
13.
the only excitement this town has seen in quite some time. I wouldn't necessarily say he seems like withholding. Maybe seems like he's not saying everything, but it's not like intentional withholding of information.
Okay.
Says, yes, the monotony is what I've come to enjoy about this place now. It is necessary after the accident, the wound that I suffered.
What happened?
Well, we talked about this last time I was here.
Did
I
we?
used to be
the
an adventurer
era
like you, and then I
activity.
took an
Yeah,
arrow.
yeah.
Yeah, I forgot.
Right.
About
Wow.
just wanted
How
you to
could
say
I
it again.
forget?
Oh yeah, we are stopping by here because we are going on more adventures over to the wild.
Well, that is wonderful.
Well,
the
we're not
wilds
going
are dangerous, but
straight-
it
Okay,
looks
we're not
like you have
going
all
straight.
fended well for yourselves. And
There's still the arrow hole in Tail's neck from where he died.
Yes.
then he like makes a glance to it, but just like shrugs it off as like, oh, he's alive. So it's probably fine.
You took an arrow to the knee, I took an arrow to the neck.
You lost
Same,
your
same.
adventuring. I lost my life.
We're blood brothers.
He doesn't know that.
I know.
Hey, Gralfy,
Yes.
if I wanted to write a letter to somebody around here, where would I do that?
Well, we have
Post
plenty of
office?
tables to write on. If that's,
That's not.
Oh, you're talking about sending the letter, dear.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Well, is a post office of sorts. I don't know what they're fucking called.
The USPS.
No, it's the Pony Express.
No, it's
It's
the
that-
ACPS, the Altain Confederation.
ACPS
Yeah.
cannon.
Pony service.
Pony
there's a
service.
place here that sends and receives mail for people. If you're looking to send something somewhere.
Call it the mail
Okay.
house.
Do you know where I
UPS,
should
you
go
know
for
what?
that?
Pony
Can I just talk
service.
to you?
That's the brothel.
They keep it inside the guard barracks. The keepers are in charge of
Oh, okay. I'll
all
just
the
talk
sending
to
and
a guard
receiving of
about that.
mail.
Thank you.
Of course. Now, if you will excuse me, I'll be off to get your food and your drink.
Oh, thank you.
We'll take an unoccupied table. And I want to look around and see if there's any like interesting faces around here.
Okay.
Maybe
He kinda
someone with
steps
white
back
hair.
around the counter and starts filling stuff.
What?
Red.
Roll a
Red
perception check. Well,
I'm looking for somebody with frosted roots. Just kidding.
yeah, roll a perception check.
Okay.
Hey, do you guys remember our friend
Garbage.
Frederick?
10.
How
10.
we met him here.
Who?
And how he was
Who?
kind of weird.
Don't want to talk about that, man.
Okay, sorry.
The Wizard.
Glancing around, there are 4 other people that really look different. I would say they don't look like they're in like town, like normal townsfolk, just like shambly clothes.
Yeah, like nice dressed people.
There's a
Interesting.
female dwarf, a female halfling, a male halfling, and then a female human. That are just
Are those the only other people in the
the
tavern?
2
or just the
halflings
most
are
interesting
together. Those are
people?
probably the most interesting. The ones that, I mean, they're not wearing like just normal clothes. So
Wait, what was the last one that you said?
just a female human.
Female human.
So the female dwarf, she's got kind of like auburn hair, green eyes. She's got expensive looking clothing, a little bit finer, and like just her hands are just covered in rings. And seems to be kind of like in a heated discussion with some other dwarves that seem to be part of the city that are there, like just in normal, like common clothes. And then there's 2 halflings that are speaking with each other. You can see one, the female has like silver hair, green eyes, and
Vin?
kind of an unusual, like almost runic or just oddly, it's an odd tattoo on her right arm. And she's got like studded leather and like a flail
Where?
and a shield on her back.
I can't see this. But where is
On
it?
her right arm, like right upper shoulder.
Her runic tattoo, is it like runes? Like, would I be able to read them?
No, it's
like a
interesting.
design?
It's like
Can I read
when you
them?
look at it, you're like, oh, that looks similar to like the shape of runes, but they don't look like any runes I've ever seen, and there's not like a form that makes it look like a language or like any. It just some
It's
odd
kind of like
shapes.
tribal tattoos.
Yeah.
So you're
sort of?
saying it's
Almost.
how my tattoo is a flower,
kind of.
but
Not-
can't
not
tell
a
what
flower.
kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got it.
Okay.
And then the male halfling that she's talking to has got like really thick white, shorter hair, and he looks like a really tailored, fitted clothing.
Tailored?
Not fancy, but it's not common clothing, definitely. And he's got like this cloak that looks to be made of almost like dragon scales.
Oh, wow.
And
want that.
they seem to be speaking at a table.
What color are the dragon scales?
They're like a faint gray. It doesn't look to be. Almost looks like they were. What's the word? Almost like seared
Oh.
Yeah. And then the female human is kind of like thicker blonde hair, very square face, and she's got just like traveling clothes almost, and like a really wide brimmed. It almost looks like a sun hat almost.
Are you saying
And she's kind of sitting at the bar down at the very end and seems to be flirting with another human male that's there.
Are you saying that we can't see the color of her hair?
She's blonde.
Thick blonde hair.
Oh, never mind that.
Dork.
I missed that.
But those are the only ones who seem like super
Back to the
interesting. I would
frosted
say.
roots, eh?
Okay.
Always on the frosted roots.
Everybody. What's her color?
I wash
right.
everyone's hair.
The halflings are definitely very interesting.
What time of day is it
Alright.
right now?
It's like 11 o'clock.
Okay.
Nope. I just like to keep an eye on those halflings.
Okay.
Like, not like a super close eye. I don't want them to like know that I'm watching them. But like, I just kind of like want to see what they're up to like a little bit.
With your passive perception, easy enough to do. Now that you've kind of noticed them there. I mean, they just, as you guys are waiting and Gralfie brings out drinks and food and passes it around, they just seem to be having a conversation. Roll an insight check.
Whoa. I'm good. Natural 20, so
Natural 20.
27.
The male halfling definitely seems to be like sulking and very somber and almost like absorbed in his drink, and as he's like speaking to the female who's just listening but almost like doing the like side ear and like twirling her hair as she's like dazing off somewhere else, but half listening to this male halfling who's just spouting something, but he looks very sad and somber and upset.
Okay.
How long do you guys want to stay here?
And
I don't
Gelstead?
know.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have much to do here.
Right, so
That we know of.
probably just a day.
Yeah, probably.
A day or two.
Yeah, maybe we should talk to Matt and I mean, are we in a rush to leave?
No, I just
We just got to deliver that
was
orb.
curious. Yeah,
No, we
Like
have
white
things to
horn
do.
or-
don't know if we should keep that on
Linger
us.
too much,
Yeah.
yes.
Also, we don't know how long it will be for DeWitt's village. So we do need to find
What?
the plant sooner than later.
Oh, get to the wild, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
probably
thanks for
leave
taking
tomorrow
that into
morning.
consideration, man.
But of course.
That was weird. Yeah, probably a day or two. Sounds
Yes,
good to me.
I'm thinking that maybe we should talk to Martin, and
Yeah,
if there's
yeah.
anything really pressing happening here, you know, it is always good to be in the good graces of, you know, the powers at play here.
Yeah.
So,
Good to have some sway, I guess.
yes, exactly. So, you know, this might be a small town, but having sway with the head keeper of a town is always a good idea. Plus, he is our friend, is he not?
Well, right now we're 2 for 2, so bet to keep that trend going.
Yes, when we're in Whitehorn, we definitely have to impress the head
Yep.
keeper out there.
What was her
We
name
have to
again?
get into that library. Oh shit.
The Mima.
Was it?
Nima.
No, Nima's the Inquisitor.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
I
the
thought
who
that's
are
what
Inquisitor.
you
you?
were speaking of.
Oh, I thought
No,
you were
I was talking about the head keeper out in Whitehorn.
Whitehorn?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know that.
Nima's an Inquisitor. She's a different chick.
Is there another town before Whitehorn?
I don't. I'll
don't
grab the map.
think so. Let us look
Let's
at map.
look at it. Why? Do you want to stop somewhere?
No, I was just wondering if we'd be passing through another place.
Oh, right.
Can't get it off.
It's a map. It's a map. Wow.
No veil.
No avail?
No, there's no veil.
I was like, are
There is
you
no
from
city.
Glad?
There is no
Is that the
veil.
nickname?
Yeah.
No, that's a town named No Veil. It's on the road to Whitehorn.
Oh.
It's halfway between here and Whitehorn.
Does anybody know anything about that
Unless,
town?
of course, we don't follow the road and we just go right across.
Wait, didn't you guys come from Datway?
Oh, yeah.
Did we come from that way?
Do we stop in that town?
Yeah.
Do we know anything about that town?
It just seemed like a stop. It's just a town that's popped up.
It looks a
Kinda
little
like
bit
Rend.
smaller than Gelstead.
Oh, there wasn't much there. There were people. That's it.
Based on this map, I can't.
It is
it's based on this
smaller than
map.
It was a
Gelstead.
suburb.
Okay.
And Gelstead's pretty small
Yeah.
for like a city.
Okay. Just wanted to check.
Oh, it's the Canrock route, and then from here to Novale, and then Novale to Whitehorn is Dreary Road. That doesn't sound appealing.
there.
But we could also just totally dodge that and not follow the road, and just skirt around the Thistlewood Forest, and stay on the right side of the river. And
Let's take the road.
it seems a little bit more dangerous, but it would probably be
Well, we
be
could maybe
faster.
find more monsters to worship Tail.
Oh, build the army.
Yeah.
Oh, build some more friends.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Let's just take the road.
that's
They have
what we
been
were calling
cleared.
them.
It may be easier to traverse.
You know, we should maybe talk about maybe finding horses somewhere. It is a long way to walk.
Have we
Hold
ever
on.
seen, like, from our previous
Yeah, is
time
there,
in
like, a
Gelstead?
stable?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we
Yeah.
actually tried to get horses.
No, we didn't, because when we were leaving from here, we were just traveling with the merchant.
Somebody who also had horses.
So we didn't
There's
even try to find
definitely
horses.
like a stable like area because that's where like the merchants and travelers who come through here. I
Does
mean,
it seem like
people
there's
come through here a
horses for
lot
sale?
from Dead Cairn, so there's horses for sale. I mean, I don't know. You could try and inquire.
We
There's
could ask
definitely like
Ralphie
a.
when he comes around with a drink.
He already did.
He did.
Oh, he did. Oh, fuck. Oh, look, Ale. Where did that come from?
He's so focused on those halflings, man. Like,
Yeah, I was looking off on the other side of the room.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
All right, cool.
Oh, so this town's bordering on the Thistlewood Forest. Was it the Thistlewood Forest that we went into to fight Thurston?
Yeah, just the board, like the edges of it, and the one that you spent most of a day trying to find a band of trolls that had been spotted,
Oh, okay. So we know a little bit about like the general forest right around Gelstead.
like right around the outside.
Right
yeah,
out-
the,
yeah,
the
right around.
forest is pretty large.
I can see
and,
that.
Yeah, Irfan, you would remember
It's big.
a lot of it.
It's big forest.
I mean, and you just went like a straight path, and it was still most of a day it took you to get through it from like the little shallow edge.
Well, no, I went to the coast. Remember?
Yeah, you did, and it extended your travel by a lot.
Yeah.
Well, sounds like we have some errands to do, Dan.
Let me ask.
About
Yes, we should probably find horses for sure.
Horses.
Otherwise that's going to be a very long walk.
yeah.
Let me ask the Citadel if it will teleport us there.
Oh, that would be nice,
don't-
wouldn't it?
That'd be.
I would not
cool.
rely on that.
I said it in the air.
Fuck no.
Does anybody want to take a look at this
The
map?
conch says.
Yeah, I would like.
No.
Welcome, Irfan.
Could ask your magic 8-ball.
Oh shit, we do have a ways.
Yes. And
Wait, do you two know how long it would take us to get to Whitehorn?
how long did it take from Whitehorn to Gelstead for us?
I
I assume that we took some stops and breaks, but we weren't going at like full speed.
I like to dash with every movement.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sprint.
100% every time.
Yeah.
Just 8 hours of, 60 feet every 6 seconds.
Novale,
Also
Novale
get
is
tail the
about
boots.
3 days from Gelstead.
Okay.
On foot.
Is that on foot?
Yes.
We were on foot.
And so Whitehorn's about the better part of almost 3 days travel there from Novale to Whitehorn. So it's about 6 days, a little shy of a week to get on the road from the road to Whitehorn.
Okay.
So what you're saying is we shouldn't stop.
I'm not telling you to
We
do
don't.
anything.
It's not.
This ain't no railroad.
Tell us where to go.
I need direction.
So you're gonna want to go.
Take 10 steps forward.
Take the I-15.
Recalculate.
All right, let's go check out the stables.
Yes, we can. I mean, do we want to buy horses now? Well, it's probably better to just maybe go talk to them.
Yeah, just go talk to him and see, and then before we leave, we can get some.
Okay. Did those halflings move at all?
Not more than the male getting a little bit like
Agitated?
agitated and like animated with his hands before he like settles back down and goes to drink. The woman still seems to just be like half listening.
Do you guys mind hanging on 1 second? I'm just gonna go talk to somebody real quick.
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna go walk over to those halflings.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go up to the guy and say, hello, I'm sorry, I couldn't help but notice that you seem a little upset. Can I buy you a drink and make your day a little bit better?
He at like mid sentence to this halfling female kind of turns and looks up at you and goes, "Oh, well, a drink would be nice. It always eases the mind a bit."
Okay, I'll signal Gralfy for
Okay.
another one.
And Gralfy just gives you a nod and
Hey, you!
the halfling male says, thank you.
No problem. I was just wondering what.
No, your name.
Oh, misread. Okay, you know what? Nimue wouldn't misread that situation. That's Katrina being a fucking idiot. Oh, it's Nimue.
Nimue, it's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for your kindness.
Of course.
I am Palad.
What?
Sorry, did you say you were glad?
Palad.
Palad?
Palad.
Like
Your
any
skin,
relation?
like your skin,
Palad.
like your skin color
LED
is
LAD.
is plaid.
No, it's Palad.
Oh, this is gonna get. This is gonna be some great prestidigitation, baby. I can already see all the prestidigitation hijinks coming up. It's gonna be great.
You're not a part of this. I'm sorry to intrude, but might I inquire?
Well, it's I lost someone. That's what happened.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Unless you can bring back the dead.
As a matter
Unfortunately,
of
I do
fact,
not possess that power.
yet.
Yet.
Me-
That is true. Yet.
Well, that's all that can be done, unfortunately. The ale is a consolation.
That is fair. Well, it is the natural order of things, but it does not hurt any less. I hope you have a good day.
You as well.
Thank you. I'll leave.
You definitely, as you're talking to him, notice that the woman still seems to, like, I'd say with your passive perception, you notice that she's, like, listening, but she was pretending not to. Kind of like pretending like she was just zoning out, but definitely had taken interest in what it is you had to say to him. Yeah.
Okay. And I'll turn to her and be like, I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
She goes, "Oh, I'm Alex. It's nice to meet you."
A normal
pleasure.
name.
Wow.
ALIX.
Oh,
course.
wow.
Of course. Sorry, I forgot we're in Utah.
All right, well, I hope you guys have a better day. I'll leave.
She
I
just
thought it
smiles.
was funny. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right, we can go to the stables now. Sorry.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go.
What, we're leaving so soon?
Oh yeah, we're
want to go?
getting horses.
Want to go?
Right, of course, right away.
Bye, Gralfy.
Goodbye. I hope to see you all again soon. It was a pleasure, really.
You will.
Lovely.
Probably.
Especially Velad.
I count on it. All
All right. I leave.
right. So y'all
Wait,
make
did we
your way
pay our
out.
tab?
I didn't get anything.
I guess I kind of just assumed that you guys
Okay,
paid
yeah,
him when he.
oops.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Sure.
Sure. Yep, we did it. Sick as frick.
Roll deception.
Nobody marks down any of their gold.
Veylad marks down 1 gold. That's all he uses.
I wasn't thinking about it. I mean, I would say that he probably wouldn't have charged you, actually. He probably would have said it was on
What a
us.
nice man.
What the bro?
You did save the city, so.
Yeah, we're
And
like
from one
super
adventurer to
cool around
another.
here.
Can I
Of course
exchange
it is on me.
free ale for not any racism?
Sounds like a fair trade.
No, that's not.
That is not how that works.
Hey, if you stop
The
saying racist
exchange
remarks,
rate
I'll buy you an ale.
I'll not allow it.
I'd say that you guys probably went with the Noble Stream caravan to like get everything, so you'd know where the stables are. It doesn't take you too long to make your way there.
All right.
Okay.
Wait, was that the name of the caravan?
Mhm.
Noble Stream Imports.
Yep.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah. So you guys make your way there, and there's it's on the edge outside the gates of the town. Not the ones you came in this way, but kind of the there's like an eastern gate, and it's outside that way. Kind of leads out towards like the farms for the barley and hops and stuff used for the breweries. But there is a stable. It's not large by any means, but there's some horses that seem to be in the like
In the back.
different pens there. Yeah, in the back. They're the ones from
You got any
the stable.
horses in the back?
Horses in.
What kind of horses you
Yeah, one
looking
in my
for?
size. Oh, let me check the bag.
Are you saying, how does the barn look? How well is it built?
Well, it's Gelstead, so it's not fancy, but it's not like,
It's functional.
yeah, it's a functional barn.
Seems
Functional,
sturdy?
stable. Seems sturdy.
Seems pretty stable.
Go fuck
Anyway.
yourself.
You really dialed it up there.
Anyway, yes. So you go into the stables, and there's a like a human male, I believe, who is running the stables.
I've been waiting for a few minutes.
Hey, what's happening, man?
There's a human female who is running the stables.
What's happening, man?
You see, as you say this, she's like setting down a bale of hay and kind of and looks up, and you can see kind of like the sun tanned, almost like just like a little sunburnt face. She's got like tangled coppery hair and amber eyes, and then like a scar across her cheek. She
Left or right?
her right cheek, and you can see she also has like a little animal companion with her, like this little gray rabbit.
Oh.
And she kind of turns and sees you all and she says, "Well, hello, what can I do for you all today?"
Hey, my name's DeWitt. We're interested in getting some horses. Are you selling any for...
"Well, I've got a couple for sale, but they're only a couple.
Oh, just like 2?
Yeah, we've got 2 of them for sale right now. The rest are boarded up for different people in the city, caravans that come through.
Do you have a cart by chance?
Not one for sale, unfortunately.
Do you know where we could get one?
Do you know if there's anybody willing to sell theirs or?
I can't say I do, unfortunately, no.
All right. How much do you sell them for?
The horses?
Yeah, the horses.
I have to look. Hold on. I have to check my records to see how much a horse fucking costs.
As if she doesn't do this all day, every day. This is her job.
The rabbit's the one in charge, right?
Right. Hey, rabbit, how much is a horse?
Well,
See?
the 2 I've got for sale are just draft horses. They're 50 gold apiece.
Oh.
Do you think that they'd be able to hold him? And I point to Vlad.
I'd say it might be a bit painful for their knees.
Then he will not ride them.
Well, if we could somehow acquire a cart, that wouldn't be as much
Or
of a
if
problem.
there is a caravan already going towards Whitehorn,
We could do another escort
We
mission.
could ask them.
Because that went so well for us last time.
Get
Yeah.
paid to travel again. I would not be opposed.
Well, we can talk around. Maybe Martin knows of some caravans looking for guards.
He told us of the last caravan.
That's true.
Yeah, we will possibly come back.
Can we put those horses on hold?
Just
Yeah, I'll keep him in the back
start
for
to-
you.
Just start a tab for us. Merton will
well,
settle it. Don't
what was
worry.
your name?
Be here. My name's Ormid.
Ormit?
Ormid
Ormid.
with D.
Nice
Like-
to meet you.
like
I'm
And this is
Orvid,
my friend
but
Mally.
Ormid
She points
without
down
a
at the
C.
rabbit.
Did you say Mally?
Mally.
Mally and Valley.
What?
Mally.
How old is Mally?
Oh, I've had her for about 2 years now. I'm not quite sure before that, but rabbits don't live to be quite too old, so
She
she's
just
a bit spry for her age. I'd assume she's still pretty young.
she just hangs out around you. Just
She's special
stays
rabbit.
around.
One day I fed her, and she came back the next day, and
Does
the
anyone-
next, and I fed her all those.
Kind
and
of like Tick Tick.
That is sweet.
Oh no, I.
No, we did that. We just kept feeding him.
Oh
you
yeah.
say
coming
this,
back.
and you see Tick
forgot.
Tick like crouched down, just like head cocked, looking at the rabbit, and
No, tick tick. That is not food right now.
Does anyone have a top hat?
No.
Don't pull the rabbit out of that.
We've got an egg hat.
All right.
Maybe we
Poor
could
rabbit.
use
It's
your
not the
egg
same.
hat as like a post-it board. For our
Post-it
group.
board.
Yeah, like
Right.
looking for caravan to travel with.
Need 7 adventurers to hang out around you. All right.
Take
well,
this
we'll,
shard.
Come back.
Call this number.
We need your horses. Thank
they'll
you for
be
your
here.
help.
Thanks, Ormid. And I leave.
Goodbye. Okay.
We passed the smelting pot on the way back.
You want to smelt some pot?
Smelt some pot.
Yeah.
I smelt some pot.
Yeah, bruh.
Yeah. bruh.
Actually, oh wait, no, that's Clink and Clank.
Clanks.
No, the smelting pot is on the opposite end of the city.
The smelting pot is
It's
the really
more towards like
fancy,
the
bitchy
north.
one.
Sorry, I meant to say the western side of town is where the skate is, but the northeastern road is the one that smelting pot is by.
Okay. I'll hold off then. Are we going back to the place, the half full chalice?
Well, do we have any other missions that we need to do?
Well, I wanted to check in at the smelting pot because they had some nice daggers last time I was here.
Ooh, I am interested.
Yeah? You want to go?
Let's go.
Anybody else?
Wasn't that person kind of mean?
Valen?
They were a little
They may be a little.
uppity.
They may be a little
Val-
short
Valen?
and to the point.
You named your
but-
other character in our other campaign after that asshole.
I didn't even know. I definitely didn't take notes on things that I wasn't a part of, so.
You know what? That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Whoever's going.
I'm gonna go to Grandma's place and get some herbs and stuff
Oh,
like
I would
that.
love to go to
You wanna
Grandma's
come?
place with you.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's go.
I'll actually go to the smelting pot with you too.
I am going to go back to Murder Manor and train Tick Tick.
You know, it's probably a good idea for you to go back with him and try to train Owly.
Yes, that's what I'm going to do.
We are going to have a training montage.
God, a training montage. With friggin' Tail and Vlad.
Don't worry, everyone. We'll go through this quick.
The training montage is mostly just them arguing.
No, Owly!
Okay,
No, Tick Tick, the owl is not food.
so
Friend, not food.
let's start with those of you going to the smelting pot.
Bird is friend, not food.
So you make your way there, and
Melting pot.
inside it's the same kind of upper end, fancy looking like weapon craft store. And there's that same case that you saw with all the daggers in it, and the elven Velen is there, and you all walk, or it's just you two,
And
3.
yeah.
you three. Okay, so you three walk in, and he is behind the counter and just says, Yes, how may I help you today?
Hey, so
Doesn't seem to recognize you.
Valen, it's so good to see you. How have you been?
Oh, wonderful. And yourself?
Oh, that's so good to hear.
Yes, it has been some time.
I know. Have you missed me?
Oh, so much. Now,
what
are
I
you here to
thought.
spend some gold?
Of course I am. You know me.
Oh,
just
I do,
returning
I
again
do.
because I just love your daggers so much, and I
of
have been
course.
collecting them.
Oh,
I like open
Like how
my
people
jacket
collect
'cause
shot
I have
glasses?
3 daggers. So
Okay.
I'm back for more.
Hey, what
make
about
a
a dagger?
deception check.
You want to buy a dagger?
None of that's mine.
It seems like don't roll. I got not 20.
This whole time I'm
15.
just browsing.
Oh, yes, I remember those from my
Yeah, you remember?
I'm glad to
because
see they're still in good hands.
I know you're my favorite dagger maker, and so I was
Well,
so excited when I
flatter
was
me.
heading back through here to get another one. And you
Of
remember,
course, yes.
you know, I've been saving up a little bit of money. You told me that you'd give me the returning the customer discount for 200 gold for one of those really nice daggers, you know, that the +1 daggers.
Make a
Side note.
persuasion check.
Yeah, girl.
Ooh, not good.
Oh,
Since
With
I'm
advantage?
there, can I like back her up on this? Please let me back her up on this.
Persuasion.
I'm just
7.
browsing.
Shit.
Well, it
Yes?
stabs him to try and persuade.
How about now?
Can I loom up behind her
His
and
eyes
just look
kind of narrow a little
imposing?
bit, and he says, I don't seem to ever recall making this deal with you, and especially because these daggers cost way far more amount than 200
Well, you told
gold
me that
pieces.
it was $300, so it was only like a 30% discount.
Well, a 30% discount is not something I'm willing to make, and
Oh, I thought it was
I
buy
was a bit
3
wrong
daggers,
about
get one
those
30%
Got any BOGOs around here?
Valen, you know me.
Is there? Do you?
I do.
Valen,
and
do you
know
have a
me, and
clearance
you know
rack?
That I am not one
clearance
to normally
rack?
give deals on my priceless
That's fair.
artifacts.
That's fair. I was afraid it'd been too long, you know.
Is there anything you want to get rid of for more inventory?
And
I guess I could trade one of these daggers.
Not sure I quite remember saying 300 gold.
Oh, I've got that written.
Yes,
in
I know
my
you
notes.
do. Mason is saying they're not really 300 gold.
Mason's like they're 3,000 gold.
Hold on.
Oh, please tell me I was not
This one
right.
costs 3 diamonds.
I need those.
3 diamonds, all worth
Hey, did you
9,000
give me
gold.
those diamonds yet? Did we talk about that yet? Okay, sick. Do I have that right?
Oh, actually, they might be 300 gold.
How many did you give me?
2.
Sick.
Hold on. I must check my inventory.
You need a rabbit to do your books for you.
I do need a rabbit. You are so correct.
I'm not even there. He just hears this disembodied voice like,
I
need a rabbit. Like,
voice in my
Oh, you're right.
I do need a rabbit.
I totally came up with the idea on my
rabbits
own.
are notorious for being good at math.
Yeah. Silly elf. Math is for rabbits.
Squirrels are known for the hostile takeovers of world powers.
Yeah.
Those are wildly different.
I was wrong. It is 300 gold.
Okay.
I do not recall saying
scared me
300,
a
but
little
it is.
Had to make sure.
No, it's 200
Because
gold.
+1s are usually magically enchanted items, so
Okay.
that's how they get the +1.
Okay.
Just had to make sure.
Do you have any
All right.
fancy I
So
can
what
buy
is
with
the discount
800?
now then? I thought it was buy 3, get one 30% off, but is it like buy 5, get one 50%
No,
off?
it is usually just buy one for the price of one.
Oh, that's okay. What about if I pay you an exposure? You know, I tell everybody on the road where I got my awesome dagger and they'll all go to you. So then I'm like your spokesperson.
Oh, yes, that would be wonderful. My price is still 300 gold.
Been spending time on choosing beggars on Reddit. Sorry. Okay, 300 gold. You should really consider a stamp card system, though.
I will take it into consideration.
Okay.
Insight check.
Roll an insight check.
He's not gonna take it into consideration.
That's a
It's like when
natural
you're at work and
17.
someone's
He's
like, "You
not
should
going to
get-
take it into
you should
consideration.
get this
Fucking knew
food
it.
from this one place that will cost you a ton of money." And you're like, yeah, I'll think about it.
I will not think about it.
Oh, I love when people make those
When
suggestions.
people come into beans. and
If we
they're like,
haven't
"Can you
said
guys
it,
get
majority of us have or do work coffee. So, yeah.
matcha?" So we complain about that a
So if
lot.
you're a customer,
And then
you've complained about it.
Don't tell us what we should have in our stores.
and then one of the
can't do
PSA to
anything
all
about it.
customers out there.
We refer to you by your drink order.
It's not our store. We have no say in anything.
We're barely even paid to be there.
Is it
you should
plus
do this.
one to attack
we will
bonus
not
and
do
plus
this.
one to...
To attack bonus and damage rolls.
Okay, dope. Hey, well, you know, as always, it was so good to see you.
And you as well, and you know where to find me when you need to make your next purchase.
All right, I'll
At
like go
full
behind.
price.
Of course, whatever. I know you. I just, you know, just jabbing you a little bit, old friend. And then I'll run behind the counter and give him a hug.
Hilarious. He
Alright.
just doesn't even, he just like holds his arms up and it is quite unnecessary, but you are welcome. Please
So
don't do
good
that
to
again.
see you. I'll see you later.
That will be another 300 gold.
300
Now-
gold hugs? Damn, that's an expensive hug.
All right.
Strippers are cheaper. Anyways,
Strippers are cheaper.
do you have any? It's my turn. Do you have any slightly more magical weapons?
Well, what do you what do you think me for?
Some-
a magician. I am but a humble blacksmith. Well, procurer of blacksmithed goods. I just happened to come across a couple of these rare daggers. I can't say that I have any other magical items, no.
You don't have any daggers more powerful or more special than these?
No, I can't say that I do.
Okay, good
But
day.
you won't find a finer dagger in the land.
I'm already
honestly.
walking
This
out the
cra-
door.
Okay.
Damn.
Everything costs a lot of gold in this store.
I was
doesn't
here
it?
for one
Yeah,
thing.
no way.
Yep.
And one thing only.
All right.
Found Kruger
So those of you going to Grandma's house, you make your way to the store, and as you get there, you can see that the door is shut and locked and
way you're
is
shut.
closed.
What?
There
What
doesn't
time
seem
is
to be
it?
anybody there. It's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Are there windows?
There's like shop windows.
Can I look inside?
I'm gonna knock on the door while
Make
he's
a
doing
perception
that.
check. Knock on the door.
hmm
Nothing happens.
17.
Okay. Peering through, you can see it looks kind of in disarray. There's not really a lot of light in there, and you can see any plants that were in there are like in different states of just dying or decaying.
Is there a weird smell coming out of that house? Like decaying body?
I wouldn't say like a decaying body smell, no.
Just want to make sure
Old
that she
plant
didn't...
matter, maybe.
Are there people around?
I mean, there's people on the streets kind of walking. Yeah.
I just want to go up to him and be like, "Hey, do you know what happened to Grandma?"
You step up to like a halfling man who just turns and says, "Oh, well, you haven't heard.
No, I just got back and I wanted to.
Oh, she had an
Visit you.
accident while gathering some herbs in the forest near the
No.
forest. Recently, she passed, unfortunately.
Do you know what kind of accident?
Well, he kind of looks around. So there are rumors. She
We
was
have
out
to
there gathering.
avenge Grandma.
There, you see, there's and he kind of gets this like that look that people get in their eyes when they're gossiping, and even if they don't know
Love
if it's
it.
true, they're just spreading. He goes, "See, tell that there's a pack of wolves running around the forest, and there seems to be a child with them, accompanying them. This just small naked child, and well, she was out there gathering herbs and came across this child and went to try and help them and the wolves to protect their own, and she didn't make it.
That is so unfortunate.
It is very unfortunate.
Does
Yes.
she have any family?
Not
that
that I
you
know
know
of. No.
Do you know who's like in charge of her house? Would it be under like the keepers?
I don't have any of that information. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
now, I just thought maybe you know. You seem to know a lot about things.
Well,
Goodbye.
Thank you.
He seems satisfied that he has now spread the rumor
word.
more.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Wait, I'm very upset about this. We should really talk to Martin about maybe if he knows more about what actually might have happened.
Yeah. I have some berries for her that I was going to sell to her.
But now she's dead.
So mad.
Just kidding. I actually cared about her a lot.
Yeah, she was a sweet old lady.
Yes.
She didn't deserve that.
Unfortunate. Yes, we will have to talk to Merton.
Yes,
about
lots
her.
of questions to ask Martin about
Yes.
tonight.
Always got to talk to the keepers, man.
Yeah, just grab a keeper and just talk to them for hours on end, over
Pull
and
them
over
away
again.
from their work,
It's
you
not
know.
like they're busy or anything.
It is
No,
the
yeah,
only-
they only live to serve our needs, obviously.
Yeah, they're civil servants.
So the two of you training back at the murder house.
Oh, we'll head back to the murder house.
Okay.
Hey, modern manner.
So what are you doing to train Owly today?
We need some off leash time.
Okay. So where
So, like,
and how
go
are you
and,
doing
like,
this?
Close the door.
Just in the entire house?
No,
You get a room.
Down in the
room.
basement? Or in a room?
in a room.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you go
Basement
upstairs
room,
and you take Owly
Ruin
off of
bed.
his leash.
can clean it.
It's going to be Allie's dice.
You can mend it.
Allie's dice. That didn't
We
roll
can
on
do
the side.
anything between the two of
We
us.
can do anything.
Um,
I don't know if I have the mending kit.
so you let Allie off the leash, and Allie kind of looks around and flies up and like lands on the bedpost and just starts like cleaning his wings. Seems to kind of realize that he's in a room and there's not really anywhere to fly.
Hey, Allie. Here's some more food. Gonna put it on my shoulder.
Make an animal handling check.
He just bites his shoulder.
A 17.
Oh,
He like finishes cleaning his wings and looks at you, and there's a moment like the head cocks and flies over and lands on your shoulder and eats the food and then stays on your shoulder.
Oh, good bird.
Pet the
All right.
bird. Pet the bird.
And what are you doing with Tick Tick?
I want to set up like targets, like take a couple of cushions and stuff and try to like
Target
hang them
practice.
on the ceiling or whatever. Like, because I have some rope, like just kind of like hang it.
Okay.
I want to take like my giant bone and kind of like prop it up so it's like standing up. If I need to grab things to like help it stay up, then like I'd probably do that. Then I'm just gonna like try to show him like I'm gonna throw my chakram at the floating
decimates the target
targets.
already.
Then I'm gonna like take the chakram back in my hand and like mimic attack moves on the giant bone.
Okay.
Then just gonna have him do the same. We're gonna do exercise and get swole.
The final countdown.
DeWitt's just like.
He seems to like to watch you very intently and then do exactly the opposite of everything that you were showing him. Like takes the spear and like throws the spear and then has the little chakram like thing and tries to go like hit pillows with it. It's just, and then he kind of starts like basically playing. Like you can see him kind of like running around and dodging and just like swinging at them, but he's not really, I would say, training at all, more just playing.
How old
8
was
years
this?
old.
8?
Well, I mean, if he's
Grow the
running around
fuck
swinging and
up.
dodging, Tail's probably encouraging him.
Good work, bud. Gotta build up your dexterity.
All right. Okay. And I think shortly after, the rest of you all end up coming back to the murder house. Yeah.
All right. Well, do we want to let Matt know a meeting time and a place, or
Yeah.
We said we'd meet him for ale, so I assume.
Yeah, I can just send him a message for one of
Oh,
the.
right.
We go to the half full chalice.
Yeah, we might want to go there and get some seating because I'm sure it will be full by the end of the night.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay.
Perfect. And then you could just
I'll just send him a
Send it
message
to him
from there and
while
just
we're
be
on
like,
the way,
whenever
or- yeah,
you're
yeah.
Whenever you're available, this is where we'll be for the rest of the night, sort of a thing.
Okay. So you guys make your way back to the half full chalice.
Is it still light out?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's like early evening,
Can you tell me,
late afternoon.
just based on last night, if I would have noticed, is it a new or a full moon?
I actually can tell you that.
Really?
He's got this shit mapped out. Look at his big ass binder.
On a new moon.
That's a big boy
Wow.
binder right there.
Yeah. Hey, are we still in
No, it's not on
Mahan?
here. Shoot, it's in.
Are we
It's
still
not directly. I don't need it right now. We can talk about it at the break.
No, you're in the month of Akiel.
Oh, we switched months.
Yeah, the start of Akiel was when you guys did the gauntlet and the Reclamation Festival. Remember, first of Akiel was the festival.
So we're like in mid Akiel now.
Yes. All right. So as you guys head out to make your way to the tavern, we're gonna take our first teener there, and
Take a teener.
we'll be back.
Teener.
And we're back. So, you all finally made your way into. Damn it.
Oh, you all.
Duval?
Finally made your way into Gelstead and visited a couple old places that you'd been to before, learned some information, and are now making your way to the the half full chalice to hopefully have some drinks with Merton. So that's where we pick up now, as you guys make your way into the half full chalice. It's definitely a bit busier now that the evening has kind of started to come to a close. More people it's definitely more full in here. And you can see Gralfy up at the counter kind of speaking with customers, passing out drinks and whatnot. And yeah.
Is there an open table?
Not one that would be big enough for all of you.
Is there a table that I can intimidate people off of?
I mean, there's tables and there are other people at those tables.
I would like to try to intimidate someone to open up space.
Okay, what are you doing?
Oh God, we're gonna get kicked out of this bar.
I want to see how this goes.
I don't know what to do.
No, dude, this is all you, bro. Let's see it happen.
I go up to them. I use prestidigitation, make my eyes glow. Can I
Okay.
do that?
Yeah.
I feel prestidigitation to do that.
Sure.
It's magic.
Uh-huh.
Like, move.
So far, so good.
Wow. It's definitely not worthy of an intimidation roll, but you do that.
We're off to a great start here.
There's
I made
a
myself
couple
look big.
People just look back and keep talking.
I start crying.
Okay, you do so.
Roll a pity check.
Pity the fool.
You use prestidigitation on your tears.
You cry jelly beans now.
I eat my tears.
Albie, the racist dragon.
Yeah.
Is there like two tables we could move together or something?
No, there's like a
we're one of those
smaller
people.
circular table open at the moment.
We sure are.
How many does it seat?
I mean, you could probably fit 4 or 5 people around it.
Yeah, some people will just have to stand.
Yeah, I'll stand.
I can stand.
I'll sit.
I think
I'm gonna
that
sit.
Nyx actually has to sit so she can
Be seen.
be seen, yeah.
It's fine. I'm happy staring right at the table.
Right at the lip of the table.
It's fine.
For the sake of there being really no reason necessary to roleplay there not being a table, a group gets up and leaves a table for you guys.
Oh,
Where's the table?
How
I
convenient.
don't know why I went down that road, but I realized and was like, this is pointless.
No, it wasn't. It was very
We go
necessary.
sit at the
Well, I really wanted to see you try to intimidate somebody, but then it just kind of
Yeah. Move.
It kind of
No.
just failed.
Okay,
like, oh, big
so you
oof.
find a table. Gralfy eventually comes over and takes your order.
Round of ale.
Ale.
Please, Gralfy.
Right, of course.
Thanks, man.
I'll be back.
And a water.
What?
Yeah, Owly has to have some water.
Oh, for Owly. Oh.
Okay.
Everybody's like, "Are you feeling okay?"
We're all very concerned for you.
Are you?
Vlad,
What
we're
have
all
you done
very
with
concerned
Vlad?
for you.
I look over at him.
Your
you
daily ale intake has been a lot lower than usual. Are you okay?
Did you bring your owl to the bar?
Well, yeah, he's hanging out with me.
Okay.
All right.
Did you bring your son to the bar? As in tick tick.
Yeah. I'm not gonna leave him in the murder manor.
Yeah, see?
It'll be fine.
See, we understand. See, we're friends. We're bringing them with us. The murder man is no place for an owl.
The murder man is really no place for anybody.
Except for murder.
Our longtime friend.
Tick Tick just kind of seems like in awe as he's just sitting on the bench, like looking around at all the people in here around him.
Look
Tick Tick, can you communicate telepathically like your family?
He just looks at you with like a cocked head.
I'm gonna cast message to him and just ask the same thing.
Okay.
Does Tail hear anything?
No. Because he doesn't speak common.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
he may understand it, but he doesn't speak it. So
Okay. Well, Tail is just gonna like continuously try to talk to him
I feel
through
like
message.
Dale would send pictures.
Can you send mental images?
Are you
through
saying I'm
message?
sending dick pics to my son?
wow. Okay.
Okay, this has gone too far. Reel it back, reel it back. I'm gonna cast sending.
Yeah, please cast them.
Yes, officer, this man right here.
Yeah, sending to Alar. We have another person to come pick up. A bit far from you, but
Hey,
important.
Alar, it's your girl. Just wanted to check in. I'm just kidding. No. Now I'm gonna cast sending on Merton
Okay.
and be like, shit. Hello, Merton. This is Nimue. We are at the half full chalice. We'll be here for the rest of the night. If you would like to join us, if you're available.
You get a response like immediately, and it says, perfect timing. I just finished up my duties for the day. I'll make my way over there. That's
All
it.
right. That's all you can do with sending. All right, he's on his way.
Oh, sweet. Really?
Hey,
Yes.
DeWitt,
Yeah, what up?
I got a question for you.
What is the question?
Veracity or challenge?
What do I want to do? I'll do challenge.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Oh.
You can't do the sing a song about DeWitt.
That would be pretty funny.
I mean, you can.
Okay. I challenge you to guess the age of everybody in our group.
The age? Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. This is hard. Okay. Tail is...
This is all very relative, considering that all of us probably live different lifespan, like different lengths of time.
No, he's just got to guess. Don't give him any hints.
I mean,
Nimue is
I'm-
1,000 years old.
how did you know?
she's a fucking turtle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually a turtle.
Tail is 19.
When I die, I turn into a turtle.
Okay, well, that sucks.
You don't die, you slowly
0 out of
morph into a turtle.
1. Nimwe's 31.
I'm wrong.
Damn it. Vlad is...
He doesn't even know.
He's 1,000.
Vlad is
At least
47.
Sure.
That seems accurate.
I like 4 and 7.
Yeah, perfect.
7?
You are 47, man. I like that.
Write that down on your character sheet. How you know?
The ladder literally writes 47.
Irfan, you're 69.
Now it's time.
Nice.
7, you're
Very
7.
Oh my god.
And Nix, you are
31.
That's what he said for me.
You're twins.
you guys are sisters, right? Yeah. 28. 71. 28.
Probably closer.
That wasn't part of
Don't
the
expect
challenge.
you to, yeah. I just saying.
You can go if you want.
How old are you, DeWitt?
How old am I? 23.
That's so weird. I'm 23.
No, you're 31.
Oh shit, you're right. How could I forget?
Really? You're 23?
Indeed, yes.
I am not 23.
Well, so let's all say who is and who is not. 23 years
I'm not
old.
23.
You're 23?
No, I'm not 23.
Oh.
I am younger.
You're not 69?
You are a child.
Are you?
I'm 4 years old.
I am a child in the respect that I do not have much life experience.
So what you're saying is that
You're a little baby.
never
Do you talk
mind.
to walls? Because that's like what you did when you were growing up. Because
or are you locked in a
only.
room with
That
only
is
your
more
walls?
of a more recent development
Oh, okay.
than from when I was a child.
Oh,
I'm
What?
14.
Well,
looks like you have no.
that's 7
cells.
times 2,
You are
7.
2 sevens.
You are 2 sevens.
14.
Wow.
Inside check.
Is it lying? I'm just kidding.
Are you lying?
Do you want
Danny
to?
is-
No.
Do you
I got a
want
natural 18 on
Dick
that
Dick's
inside
brother?
check. Hang on.
Nope, I'm not lying.
to be? Oh, you're old enough to be Dick
That's a
Dick's brother,
19 on that inside
and I can
check.
be your father.
Hey, Vlad.
What?
Veracity or challenge?
Veracity?
You're not lying?
I've got one.
Okay.
Nope, I've been alive as a kenku for 14 years.
Oh,
I'm gonna
shit.
lean over to DeWitt and say, I'm gonna whisper, you should ask him if he actually woke up with his dick in the dirt or if that's just like an expression. Like he just woke up, we didn't know where he
Hey,
was.
Vlad, my question is, do you know what an expression is?
What?
I think it's true.
Do you know what an expression is?
What?
An expression?
What is the word for that in real life?
A
What is it?
metaphor?
No. Something of express.
An idiom?
Yeah, basically like.
Turn a phrase.
What? What?
Hey, you express something to me.
This isn't going to work.
Yeah, what?
Here, I can probably phrase this in a way that he
phrase-
understands.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Help me out.
When
here.
you told us that you woke up with your dick in the dirt, did you actually wake up with your dick in the dirt or were you lying?
Well, there was some rocks there too.
I don't think he's lying.
That went well.
That went exactly how I saw it coming.
I choose veracity.
No one asked you.
The last time that we did that with you, it didn't work out very well.
Actually, it worked out great.
really well.
So
No, when he did challenge, it was
Oh, no, I was
great.
talking about the last time he did veracity.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Is that
If
true?
we were actually playing
Yes.
by the
Then
game,
yes.
it would be Vlad's turn.
Yeah, even I know the rules of
Oh,
the
no.
game.
Do you?
Yes, better than Irfan at least.
So you guys do this for a little bit.
No!
Eventually,
Thank God.
Taylor's about to beat a bitch.
eventually
us from
Merton
ourselves.
comes in and sees you and kind of walks over. And you can see he's kind of dressed in more relaxed, like common clothes now. Still carrying a sword on his side, however. And sits down with you all and just says, well, was a wonderful day of work. and that is sarcasm. Is there a drink for me here? I would really appreciate.
No, but we can get
We
you
can
one.
get you
Mine, I
one.
don't want it. Here you go.
Oh, well, much thanks.
You can have mine as well.
So, how
Oh, it
was
doesn't need it
your
all.
first day back in the city? Did you do anything worth mentioning?
Just some light shopping.
Oh, it
Yeah,
was hard
actually.
to hear about Grandma.
Yeah, Grandma, what happened to her?
She got run over by a reindeer.
Oh, well, there's a lot of stories that are going around currently.
There's a
I can't
Princess
say we
Mononoke
know
situation
for sure.
going on.
Officially, all I know is that she went out foraging one day and did not come back. And some say that she was seen being attacked and eaten by wolves. Others say that she just ran away into the forest. I mean, there's plenty of stories in a town full of rumors to go around,
Maybe
especially
she turned
after
into a
what
tree.
happened at the Knave and Wayne Tavern. People are itching, chomping at the bit to start some story, but I can't say no for sure what happened to her, unfortunately.
Have you had any reports of this pack of wolves with the child running with them?
Another rumor that I've heard plenty of times. I know that there are wolves that run in the forest and some of them nearby. I mean, it's not uncommon for wolves to go after cattle or things of that nature, but
That is fair. I was just wondering if maybe you had
Oh,
any
maybe-
official reports or anything like that. of-
unfortunately, it's not something
sort.
I have the resources or manpower to send out investigating a child living amongst wolves. So I-
Bless.
Maybe it is with those things that we were investigating for the farmer when
Maybe.
we were here.
Maybe the forest is sick again.
No, that was a different forest, first of all. And also, with the farmer, that wasn't wolves.
I don't know, it was things.
if
We
I
would've been able to
recall
track
this,
wolves.
I remember what you were speaking of. I don't believe it was wolves. We would have definitely known if it were wolves.
Yes, wolves, they leave traces. There's. There
Well,
would have
yeah,
been
that is
something
what
to
I
go
am
off of.
saying. Maybe she disappeared because of those weird creatures. We don't
Oh.
know.
Maybe it's the same thing as what was attacking the cows.
Yeah. Oh, Merton, sorry. We
Yes.
also have another question.
Uh-huh.
Do you know if there's a caravan going to Whitehorn anytime soon?
Or maybe even just Novo.
I don't believe I know of one, sorry. The only one that usually travels is up from Dead Cairn, the one that you ventured with the last time. Usually
okay.
the keepers send goods or supplies back and forth between Whitehorn and here.
Are you sending goods there to Whitehorn anytime soon?
Can't say there will be any time soon that we will be sending them.
Do you know of
Okay.
anybody who might be selling a cart? Long shot, but thought I'd ask.
I could inquire around, but I don't know anybody off the top of my head.
Okay.
What's going on with Grandma's house? Is it just going to sit there?
Until someone else decides they wish to purchase the property and turn it into something different, it seems that way.
Could I take a look inside?
I don't see why not. We don't have a key, unfortunately. If you have a way of...
Well, we have a Vlad, so we can probably get in.
And a Nix.
And a Villad bar.
And
take those
Dale.
all as viable ways.
Picked it or something?
No, of course.
Okay, cool.
Fucking headkeeper. Can we pick
Can we, like,
Yeah, go
break
for
into
it.
this place?
Anyway,
asked,
so
you know,
enough
So
of
I did not
business.
have the chance to ask you all when I saw you at first, but what have you been up to since I saw you last?
Oh, so we went on the caravan, then we went over to Rand, and we made our way to Dead Cairn. But on our way, there was an evil tornado that attacked us, and we all ran around.
I'm pretty
And,
sure the tornado wasn't evil, it was just there.
oh, it hurt
say it
things, so
was
it is evil.
I'd say it was true neutral.
Yes,
True
we did
neutral
have reports
tornado.
of this tornado. I had been worried that you had been caught in it. I'm glad to
Oh,
hear
just
that
a
was
little
not the
bit, but
case.
it's okay. We fixed the wagons, and we are safe now. And anyway, another night we got attacked by these bandits, and we almost died. So that was nice, and they stole all of the things from the caravan. So that was cool. But it's okay. We chased after them, and then we killed them, and we got back the things, and we are now heroes for the caravan as we got back the gold for them. And we also found more gold from the bandits. I think their name was the Obsidian Core or something like that. They live in like these mountain thingies. Anyway, so
And then we did a lot of stuff. in
we did
Denver,
stuff.
and-
Okay.
Yeah,
And then now we're here.
we had a lot of adventures.
You know, it's so funny. Every time Randall and I talk about the like outside of the campaign, he's always like, "Why do you guys always just like let me talk first?" And I was like, "You always just start."
no one stops tail.
We
Start and we just like we just
just let you
witnessed
go.
the train wreck go on, and we're like, and then at some point someone's like, "Hey, maybe we should stop this."
So we may have.
Hey, this was actually a really good way for our viewers to catch up.
I promise.
Better on
Tails.
everything.
I promise that many of the things we did were lawful. They
Well,
were
it
not.
sounds like you all know how to handle yourselves. That's
Oh, Tail died too. That's why he looks like
Oh
that.
yeah. That
Yeah,
happened.
there's some weird magic
I
to
don't-
make
And
me
he's a
look like
king
this.
now.
I
weird,
don't get
weird
it.
happenings.
Is
yeah,
this
well,
some
that's
kind
weird.
of joke? Are they?
No, he died. I told you when that night. Yeah, he died. Do you see that scar on his neck?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
somewhere here. I can't see my own neck, so
Try.
Well, that,
Yeah, you got an arrow through
I'm-
the throat.
glad you're still with us.
Yeah, he got revived. It was incredible.
yeah, I
Never
somehow
seen
got
anything like
revived into a hobgoblin. I don't know how.
That seems unfortunate for you.
Oh, it's okay. It's not so bad. I don't think it's so bad anymore.
I mean, he's making really large steps towards ending racism. Especially in the kobolds and the goblins.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll pretend to follow what is going on here.
Oh,
Suffice
we
it to
just
say,
I
I'm
made friends.
glad you're all alive and
Well,
What have you
not
been up
doing
to?
things.
yeah, I've got a question for you.
Yes.
Have you seen that barmaid again?
Maya.
Maya?
Maya, no, she was one of the bodies that we cleared out of
Oh yeah, but
Thurston's.
we
remember
told you about how we found
Yes,
her in the woods.
someone was
I
disguising.
don't think whoever that was would show their face.
It was probably a
If it
spell.
was someone in disguise, in that face again, I'm sure they knew that we knew.
We're looking for.
Whether that same person came back or not, I'm unsure.
But what have you been up to? How has your days been going? You know.
Oof. Well, there's a lot more to being a master keeper than I had originally known about.
Oh,
But
like what?
I have been making my way. A lot to take care of, a lot of logistics, a lot more than just keeping the town safe by being out there and prepared. It's a lot of paperwork. A lot of paperwork. I
Oh.
can't say I enjoy it that much, but
Oh yeah, I forgot. We became friends with Nima, with the Inquisitor lady.
right. She stopped to see me after that incident occurred.
We
You
saw her.
saw her where? Doing
like
what?
a couple days ago. Doing weird shit.
In the forest.
Doing weird shit in the forest.
Do you know that she's not a very good person?
I wouldn't know her I know her very well. She's just an inquisitor that was sent from Whitehorn, I believe. It's usually to investigate these type of situations.
Wait, she's not a good person?
Wait, did I know that? I thought you told us that.
Yeah, I told you guys that, you know,
She detected-
I told you guys that her
Oh,
alignment
that's
was
right. Yeah.
lawful evil
Oh, yeah, that's
because she's a
right.
devil. Remember, she's got the wings. You don't have to tell him that, but I'm just telling you guys
That's
what
right.
that
Yeah,
information
yeah, yeah.
was.
Are inquisitors normally shady, the shady type?
Well, I'm not sure. She's the first I have met, but if I had to guess based on what I know that they do, I can't imagine that they would be,
What do they do?
well, investigate. They inquire. They're inquisitors. They investigate any odd situations or odd risings within the territories controlled by the keepers. Any
Are they-
magical oddities, things of that nature.
Are there more than one?
I would imagine there are. I'm not sure. I don't know their numbers or who they are or much
Ah.
more than.
Can you imagine if it was just a fucking made up title?
she's like, I'm an inquisitor. And then we go to Mern and he's like, that doesn't exist.
What's that?
You're the assistant to the regional manager.
Do you know what expression is?
But no, I can't say no much more about her or about inquisitors in general. I'm
Fair enough.
surprised that you ran into her. You must have been
Yeah, that was weird.
after what you've told me, I don't care to ask. I'm glad to hear she is well, and that you are all well, and that we get to share a drink.
Yeah. Oh, do you know how we can get into the library at Whitehorn?
If Alar didn't know, I'm sure Mutton doesn't.
Oh,
I
I know. Maybe
Don't know
that-
much more about the library other than that it exists. I've never really been to Whitehorn all but once.
Oh, is there a certain keeper in Whitehorn that you think that we can talk to?
Well, any of them.
Or do you
It's
not
run
have
by keepers.
do
It
you
is
not
our
have good
headquarters.
keeper friend there that you know well?
I have been once, and it was briefly when I was being appointed to being a station keeper in general.
Did Alar tell us who like the head keeper was out there?
Yeah.
Was it Ian?
I'm sure it's Inner. I was about to say Master Flex, but the whole sentence was Tyson is Sass Master Flex. I was like, wait, that's really confusing.
That's not right.
I don't remember the context.
Oh, I found it. It's High Arbiter Sella Davron.
Yes, that's the one.
I got
Oh,
it.
wow.
I take good notes.
It's the arbiter.
Nice and big.
I've got another question.
She carry energy
Yeah.
sword.
So around the same time that we encountered Nima, we encountered these two people in the woods. One was somebody that could always change their shape, and another was like a blonde-haired gnome of some kind. Have you seen anybody fitting those descriptions?
You have a description of someone who can change their shape the whole time.
I can't say that I remember them. If they've passed through here, they weren't memorable enough for me to.
I guess maybe I could ask Ralphie. He's probably the one that sees people the most. But thanks for.
Also, how was the forest doing? Have you had any reports of like strangeness within it, as in like animals fleeing or it being eerily quiet?
Nothing of that sort. There is still the troll problem in the forest. There was troll trouble? Trouble with trolls.
Sounds like we need to go for a troll
But there
patrol.
was a group of young adventurers who came through the town shortly after you all left, and they took up that contract, and, well, unfortunately, only 2 of them made it back out of the 5 that went in there.
Oh,
It's
that is
our
too
bad.
bad.
Nothing to worry yourselves about. They don't seem to pose a threat to the actual city. I don't think they would risk that, but oddly enough, your friend that you met here in the circus, he joined that troop and was one of the ones that came back from that.
Oh, okay. So we know to avoid them.
No, I'm... Frederick. Yes, that was his name. He did not stay here. They moved on, the 2 that remained. I'm not quite sure where. They were here one evening receiving care, and the next day they were both had taken off, and wherever their path took them.
I'm not surprised they got decimated with Frederick as their sorcerer.
Yeah. Yes, he was quite the eccentric one. Anyway, that's all that I know of happening in the forest.
Eccentric.
There are, from what they said, these trolls have a bit of a strangeness to them, but I wouldn't say it's anything like what you have described.
All right,
What
that's
sort of
good.
strangeness?
Well, just given the
wolves.
interactions that we had had with your friend before, I'm not sure how much to trust them, but they had said that these trolls, this band of trolls, seemed to be led by some larger troll that, well, seemed to have body parts of different trolls and other creatures grafted to itself.
Kind of like the people that were in the tavern.
The constructs.
Do you mean that it was made of different trolls, or it had
No,
extra pieces
it had
added?
extra pieces added to it.
Oh.
Yes.
Are you saying we have a troll centipede?
No, I don't think
Say
that's
that.
what it is.
But that was the only strangeness I've heard about with the forest.
I want to find it.
It's a troll golem. A trollum.
Troll him.
Maybe he didn't like his body part, so he just exchanged it for other ones at the troll
Plastic
store.
surgery.
You would know.
No,
Burn.
I didn't like my human form, so I turned into this form that everybody fucking hates. Because I love experiencing oppression.
As you're talking, their tail in the back of your chair, or like the back of you feel like a shove. And you turn around and there's kind of a broader looking human male and a couple standing behind him like a dwarf
Speaking
and another
of-
human male.
Oh,
And he's
did
holding
you have
like
too
a
much
mug of ale.
to drink?
He says, "Hey,
Hi.
who let you in here?
I don't know. I don't
bar
see a guard
is
there.
for not your kind. You need to get out of here.
Do
now
you have
before
an
any
issue?
trouble comes up."
I stand
Yeah,
up.
Do you-
that's inside.
That, are you talking about my
Under
son?
the table and scurry around so I can get behind him.
Okay.
I stand up.
I am friends
I
with
stand up in
Gralfy,
front of him.
and I'm sure that this is Gralfy's bar, not yours.
We don't want any trouble from you. We just want it out of here.
Can I try to
is a
pickpocket him
person.
from underneath the table?
Sure. Roll a sleight of hand check.
Has he caused you any issues?
Natural 20.
That's
For a
all right. He's
30.
at disadvantage anyway.
Has he caused you any issues personally? Him specifically?
His kind have caused enough issues in these parts.
Him.
We don't need
Does
him
he
around
look
here.
like he is
I don't
traveling with
care
his
who
kind?
or what he is.
We
or
don't
what
care
you
who
think
or
he
what
is,
you are either.
But I know what they do.
Oh, I know what you do. Drink too much and pick fights for some reason. Have you ever learned to be friends with people instead of being angry at them?
Did your mother teach you nothing?
You're bringing the devil out, tail.
I'll catch you like a spider
Ending
monkey.
racism
You
left
say
to
this,
right.
and he takes a step towards you, and
I thought he was already
all of a
pressed
sudden
up
there's a
against him.
sword like between you both, and you see Merton standing there with his sword drawn. And he says, "All right, well, it seems someone's had a little bit too much to drink, so either step back, go to your room, or leave the bar, or we're gonna have some issues here." And the guy kind of looks him up and down, and eyes him, and kind of looks at you. And he just, it's not worth it. He'll turn on you eventually. You wait and see. And turns and stomps off.
Man, I really wanted
Um,
to kick his ass.
I really did too.
I was waiting for it to happen. But the dice did
I wasn't
not.
I was gonna throw the first punch.
Yeah.
You know.
I thought he was, but the dice did not show that story.
He's gonna
So
get his fucking ass
that's
beat.
fine.
Yeah. He just sees all of us of varying races all just stand at the table like, you wanna fucking go, bitch?
Merton puts his
This is our
sword back
friend.
in the sheath and sits down and says, apologize that had to happen,
I was
but
really excited to actually-
apologize.
it's just
I
someone being
apologize.
drunk and disorderly.
Oh, it is no
Drunk and
worries.
disorderly.
Actually,
You know that should be a crime.
You're right. We should make a drunk tank for this reason.
new podcast name: Drunk and Disorderly.
You end up
Drunken
pickpocketing,
dice orderly.
Oh my god!
3 gold, 10 silver pieces, and 14 copper pieces from his pocket.
Anything else?
There's like a handkerchief
Oh,
that's kind
shit.
of like soggy.
He's gonna
Okay, I
frame.
would've
He's
left
gonna
that.
blame Taylor.
I'm gonna go back under the table and try and put it in Tail's pocket without him noticing.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check. Tail, make a perception check.
10.
22.
You don't notice.
3 gold, 10 silver.
I was really excited to use an actual intimidation
I am.
check.
Anyway, Martin says,
Kind of bummed didn't happen.
well, again, I apologize. Now you see what I get to deal with on a nightly and daily basis here.
It's all right. You can't control how people feel, but you can control how you react to it.
This is true. Unfortunately, the people in this town have just been, well, they've got to experience a bit of excitement and adrenaline with what happened, and then they went back to their boring, dreary lives. So they tend to make something out of nothing with every situation to try and bring some spark of entertainment back into their daily
Maybe
monotony.
they should find a hobby.
Yes, that's what I keep telling them and myself. But
That
here
one
we
hobby.
are.
Murder's a fun hobby.
So,
You know what we like to do for fun? We like to go find things to murder.
that sounds amazing. Wow. We should go murder things now.
I'd like to join your group.
Where do I sign up?
Hey, Merton. Have you found any romance lately?
I have very little time for romance, about as little time as I have to do things other than be the master keeper.
Well, damn, man. That ain't no way to live,
I
bro.
can't even be a masturbator.
That was a bit much, but thanks for the information.
That was me.
TMI.
Cannon.
It is now canon.
But, one can be hopeful.
Oh, she's probably, or he is, I don't know what way you like, but, you know, they are all probably waiting around the corner. You know, maybe that corner over there. Maybe it's Growlfy, or maybe it's not Growlfy.
The whole world is divided into Growlfy or not Growlfy.
I mean, technically that's not wrong, but
You'll find love. It's either Growlfy or not Growlfy.
Growlfy or to not Growlfy? That is the question.
Well, yes, I'm sure they could be waiting around the corner. The problem is I don't know when I'll ever be able to look around the corner.
Oh, okay, well, maybe you're around the corner for someone else, and they will come around and see you, and then,
Yes,
ta-da.
I think I
that's
should look at it that
sweet.
way. Thank you, Tail.
Oh, you're so welcome.
You're not
Okay.
as bad as they say you are. He says with a chuckle. Cannon.
Okay, well,
Well, I thank you all for the drink, but I think it's about time that I turned in for the evening. I'm feeling
Early
a bit,
morning.
Yes, very early morning and most likely a late evening. I'm surprised I got off as early as I did this evening.
well, we might
challenge.
be heading out
We're not gonna ask
sometime
him.
tomorrow. I don't know, we're trying to find a cart, or we're trying to find more horses,
We'll just walk.
or we will end up walking.
Yeah.
sounds like we're putting the horses before the cart.
Very well. Well,
damn
if you do end up leaving tomorrow, please do stop in and say your goodbyes.
Of course.
But it was a pleasure
Okay.
having a drink with you all. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.
You as
Okay,
well.
goodbye,
He
or good night.
nods and stands up from the table and strides out.
Is she around the corner?
He just turns and gives you a smile and a wave.
I'm gonna go up to Growlfy
He's a
and
nice
see if he
man.
has any rooms available.
You don't want to stay in the murder house?
There's only 4 beds, so not really.
Call the
I-
floor.
Yeah, Tail sleeps on the floor.
Yeah, I know you do.
I'll sleep on the floor.
Um,
Slowly sink into the stone.
he says, yes, of course. We've got plenty of rooms here if you wish to stay.
Yeah, I'll stay for a night.
Very well. For you, just make it 5 copper pieces and the room is yours.
Here you go. Thank you.
Thank you. Was there anything you would like sent up to your room? Companionship or anything of the likes?
You in a
so.
whorehouse? I'm just kidding. I didn't ask
No,
that.
but I can procure such delicacies.
Oh, wow.
Wow. This place.
It's
got some talent.
It's a small stop of an adventuring town. They're probably not delicacies, but hey, what is companionship? Anyway, the room is yours.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm just gonna stay at the murder manor.
Yeah.
I will go back to Murder Manor.
Okay.
Just pretty much any time before we sleep, if there's time, I'm just gonna be trying to teach or train Tick.
Okay. Definitely slow progress.
Yeah.
The young kid. Is there anything anyone wants to do before?
Oh, DeWitt, we should
The
go
evening ends.
to the workshop back at the house and try to craft some healing potions. If we worked on it together, maybe it would be easier.
Yeah, we could try that. I'm down. I'll go back to the house to work on a potion.
Yeah.
Or I guess could we do 2 potions at the same time potentially? And like,
I mean, if you're working on a potion, I'd let you guys roll a check for 1 potion with advantage.
Or we could make 2 potions separately, but at a regular roll. I just say that we do it with advantage because we just let's just crank these healing potions out. If we both work on 1 a night, we'd be
Word,
more
let's
likely
do it.
to get it.
sounds good.
Alrighty. I have a pretty high medicine, so I can lead this if you want.
Oh, me too.
Mine's +7.
Okay, yours is better.
Okay.
Okay. Then yeah, we'll work on 1 potion together.
Okay. So roll with advantage.
Okay. 20.
Yeah, easy enough with your guys' combined efforts. It's quite easy to throw together a simple healing potion.
Okay.
It's this one. No, it's this herb. That one will kill you.
I'll just put them in the party stash for now and we can hand them out later if you want.
Yeah,
Okay.
do that.
Okay. All right. So if that is all,
I'm gonna go back to the tavern.
you guys, you all.
I will spend the night writing letters, which
Okay.
I will not read right now. I'll read them to all of you when I send them.
Okay. So, you all retire for the evening and sleep through the night. So, recover anything that you lost. I don't think you guys spent anything today. So, yeah. Then you awake the next morning. What would you like to do with your day?
With your day.
Yeah. What?
Maybe we should ask around and see if anybody is selling their cart, because if we can get those 2 horses in a cart, it would be pretty easy for all of us to travel comfortably. I believe it would be, right? 7 of us with a cart, we can have 2 people in the back, 5. You just fucking configure that in some way that everybody
Sure.
could ride. Sick.
Sure.
Okay. I just want to make sure, and I don't want to purchase it, and then it's somebody still has to walk, you know.
Why not?
Fair enough.
I'm not
Or we could just walk. Doesn't matter.
I don't care.
But
Let's just walk.
It doesn't matter.
Walking. I'm a walking,
Yeah.
strutting man.
Because where are we going to put the cart? And maybe if we have cart, then there are more bandits to go after us because we have cart.
all right. Well, I guess we could just walk. Is there anything else anybody needs to do in town?
I need to send some letters.
Okay.
But I just need to talk to some guards. So yeah, give me. I'm still writing the letter.
Did we want to investigate what happened with Grandma?
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
yeah.
go into Grandma's house.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And see what's
Oh,
going
I
on.
want
we're
to
gonna go.
come.
Fuck around in there. Let's see.
All right, let's just all go.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're walking as Nyx is writing.
No, she wrote them last night.
Nah. She's still working on them.
All right. So you make your way to Grandma's house.
Hey,
You're there.
Nick or Vlad, would one of you like to open this door?
I mean, I will try. Would you just bust it down?
Yeah. I run up and kick it.
Well, maybe we try lockpicking it first.
Make a
Okay, never
strength
mind.
check.
As he's doing that, can I
That's a
cast
natural,
Detect Magic?
18.
Finesse or
Cast
brutality.
what?
Detect Magic
Okay. Yeah, you don't detect anything.
as a ritual spell, because I don't want to waste the spell slot.
Okay.
Doesn't the ritual spell take 10 minutes to cast?
Yeah, but it might be worth it.
So as you are sitting there, focusing to cast, there's a as the door kicks open and one of the hinges breaks and it's just hanging there on one hinge
It's
open.
open.
Thanks. And then I go up to the door hinge and I cast Mending on it.
Okay.
Fix it.
Okay.
And that's how it's done, Owly.
kind of like flutters on your shoulder a little, like back onto your shoulder a little bit as it kind of flew off as you kicked and then lands. You go in and it's pretty much like what you saw from the outside. It's kind of in a state of dust. Not like a thick layer of dust. I mean, it's only been a couple weeks since you guys have been gone, but like dust of being unkept for a couple weeks.
I start cleaning it.
There's the plants that are still around in there, like dying.
Before he cleans it, I want to like do like a survival, see if like
How long it's been since somebody's been in here?
Yeah.
If there's any footsteps in the dust.
I would say
I'm ritually casting.
Seven
I'm not
could
there.
make that roll if he wants
Perfect.
to. I don't think that you would really be able to discern how long it's been since someone's been in there.
yeah, I don't think I would either, but I definitely ask Seven to do it.
All right.
Dima.
Hey, Dima.
What are you doing?
Checking to see.
Checking to see
The
if
room.
there's anybody that's been here recently. 18.
18 doesn't seem like anyone's been in here recently. It seems like it's been a couple weeks since anybody's been in here.
Don't you have advantage on that?
Yeah. Well, it's only for. I guess it's only for like
It's for tracking his favorite, enemies.
Can you track?
So I would have to know.
I mean,
Grandma?
she is a humanoid, I guess, but
Yeah.
you're not really tracking her.
yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's been disturbed in a couple weeks. Yeah, there's just dying or dead plants or
Are any
Herbs.
not dead or any that look?
I mean, there's
usable?
like the dried herbs, but not. Make a investigation check.
2 weeks, most plants.
14.
So you kind of go around and start looking through some of the stuff. The stores that look like they had the dried herbs in them, like a lot of the stuff that is usable based on your knowledge is, it seems like almost like if they were in like a drawer and there's a container of them, there's like a spread of like it almost looks like someone was going through here and grabbing stuff out of the drawers and stuff quickly. Like it's kind of spread around and disorganized in the drawers themselves. And it didn't look that way the last time you were in here. She kind of like had a more organized and cleanly manner to her.
That's weird.
But there doesn't really seem to be anything usable.
Does she have a basement?
No. It's just like a little one story, and not even a one story. It's like a room, basically. Just a
No, like-
larger.
Hidden door under a rug or something?
Not that you can find with a 14 investigation check.
Poop.
Right.
Doesn't mean there is one, but you wouldn't know.
Yeah. Just making sure. That's weird. Anything else worth looking at around here or noticing?
And there's not really a lot in here. It was just kind of like the plants and her
Does she
little.
have a personal room in here?
No, she had her own little house, cottage, shanty type of thing.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you would know that,
There's
but
no,
you
like-
could discern that easily enough that there's no room or bed. This is just, it's a small little shack,
Yeah, okay.
basically, like a small little room that she was selling herbs out of.
Well, seems like someone definitely stole her stuff. That sucks. Oh well. Just wanted to check it out. Let's go. And then I walk
Okay.
out.
Quick question. What month are we in?
Akiel.
Akiel, what is next month?
It's a.
See who can find it first. Race.
Toblerone.
Shit, how'd you know?
It's actually Senecers.
ZLL.
What?
ZLL.
Zielel?
Zielel.
Zielel.
ZLL.
Xylel. Oh, I had that
Xylophone.
spelled wrong.
So Zielel, and then is it on a 30-day thing? Like how many days are in
No.
a month?
It's 40 days.
40. And then what is exactly what is today's date in game?
Jesus.
Come on, God.
I
You gotta
gotta
date
play.
this
It's
shit,
gonna be
yeah.
fucking cool.
Today is the 34th of Akiel.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
It's like
The day is
November
Casdiel.
4th.
Casmiel?
Is that a
Casdiel.
weekday?
Yep.
Are you saying it's Castiel from
Oh.
Supernatural?
How many days are in a week?
It's probably.
You should know how your world runs, God.
There's 40 days in a month.
8.
What is Saturday?
Well,
There's 8 days in a week.
Oh,
8 days a week.
Oh wait, 9. No wait.
I love you.
that's fine. I'll just
perfect,
make it up.
dude. I can now make that song.
You're welcome.
Okay,
9.
so I need to send some letters.
When's this the summer solstice?
I'm not doing this right now.
No, I mean all of that pertains to what I'm about.
I figured
to do.
as much
Yeah.
for you.
So I go.
Yeah, that's fair.
I see you guys are coming with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go try and find the guards, to whoever to send letters to.
I
Or,
mean,
like-
it's just in the guard
Okay.
barracks.
So I will have made first a letter to Brilda, just like keeping her posted on what we're doing.
Okay.
Are you writing
Just
Build
saying
postcards
hi.
from each town?
Yeah, she wanted us to write her.
in
She
touch.
asked us to. So
Hello
yeah, that's
from
right.
Madrid.
you want to sign it real quick before I send it?
I'll sign.
Okay.
Oh, like a birthday card, but like,
Yeah. Wish you were here.
we're here.
Maybe we should have someone sketch our pictures and put
No,
it
it's too
with
much.
it.
I did this last night. Okay, and then I'm gonna. So I made several of these. I'm gonna send one to Whitehorn, one to Rend, one to Dead Cairn, and one to the Noval or whatever.
No veil.
Novale that we were talking about. And they're flyers.
Oh my god. That's
shit.
amazing.
I'm so excited.
Oh no.
Okay, it's gonna
You
say.
said Whitehorn, Novale, Dead Cairn, and Rend.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh no.
It's
Oh no.
okay. It's gonna say, "Are you unlucky in the relationship department? Are you looking for love in all the wrong places?
Oh my God.
Look no more. Come one, come all to Gelstead of the Altean Confederation. For there awaits a tall, handsome, and eligible bachelor by the rugged name of Merton. A master keeper from a small town. Give love a chance. He's handsome, he's great, he's your future mate. Join the event for a round of speed dating. Get to know the most lovable keeper around. ZLL 34 at sunset in Gelstead. I'm not gonna tell Merton.
Mason is excited to put this together.
All right. Perfect.
This is not gonna work out okay.
got this flyer.
This is not gonna work out well.
Just, you
Poor
know,
Merton.
I'll put like tell everybody you know or something on there too.
Make
Spread the
copies of the
word.
flyer. Duplicate it. Go to Kinko's. Xerox some
I
copies.
made 4 whole copies. It took all night. So
You're suffering 1 point of exhaustion for this.
so yeah. How much will that cost to send all of these?
You're in the guard post and you go to find the postmaster.
Uh-oh.
Wait
I
a
just
minute,
like calling him
Mr.
Postmaster.
Postmaster.
No, he's just like it's a young kid basically, and he's just like, oh yeah, I can take these for you. It's gonna take a while to get them to each of these cities, but I can definitely get them out there for you.
mean, are
we
you
don't really
planning on-
charge. It's kind of my job to send post to each different
If
place.
it's your job, then why don't you charge?
Well, I mean, I get paid by the keepers for each city that I don't charge people to take the post. Let's just put it that way.
Okay, well, if you see people going to other, I want to get the word out fast. You know, these are
Well, what-
really important.
Did you don't have them like folded? They're just like the flyers. Is it just the flyers? So he's like, oh, well, yeah, we can definitely.
Listen, he's a little lonely.
It's perfect.
Just keep it on the deal.
This is really good.
Okay.
He's
listen,
gonna kill you.
What is your name?
Charles.
Hi, Charles. My name is Beverly. That's such a fake name. Beverly.
Beverly Hills.
Listen, I want to help him out. I know he's so busy. He doesn't have time for love. So I really want to, do something special for him. So if you could help coordinate the event, there would be 50 gold in it for you.
Oh, well, I was
Not
gonna
now.
definitely say
Here.
no, really smart-assedly, but 50 gold sounds like a deal.
Here's 5 for now.
Oh, well, see about that. I don't know when I'll be here in the city next, so if you want me to do this, I'm gonna need all 50 now.
All right, fuck it. Here's 50 gold.
He says, well, thank you, Beverly.
All right. Thank you,
Anyway,
Charles.
yeah, I'll definitely get these posters sent around, and he's gonna, yeah, this is gonna be great. So, is that everything?
Yeah, that's everything. Just be really quick about it.
But it's also gonna be really sad if nobody shows up.
No, make sure
You
there are
won't know
people
any
there.
better.
If people show up, it'll be
If
awkward.
it's a successful
Nobody
event
show
and
up.
I hear about it, when it happens and it's successful, would you mind just sending out letters to nearby cities and I'll just check with postkeepers? Send it to Beverly.
Hills.
Send it to
Beverly Slopes.
Wait.
No, just send it out to the postmasters wherever, and I'll be checking in and I'll make sure to contact you.
All right, you got it, Miss Beverly.
Thanks, Charles. You're a good lad.
When is this event happening
The
again?
34th of ZLL.
34th?
A weekday.
Perfect.
Wow.
Do they have weekends here?
I don't know. It's during the work week, man. Nobody's gonna be like,
Oh, who knows? I really hope this goes out well for Merton.
You should also.
Back and he's got like eight partners.
He's got a fucking.
I just
He's got a
imagine,
fucking
like, us
harem.
showing up, and then there's like a crowd of people around the guard's keep, and then he
just
walks
job
out,
anymore.
and then suddenly it's like,
He's like a superstar.
Can we please just
Jesus Christ.
cut to this?
Merton's superstar.
We're gonna have to
Star.
jump a month in game time.
Worth
You wanna
it.
just stay in Gelstead for a month?
yeah, I'd like to
Yes.
be a farmer for 1 month. please.
Yeah, but can we just take a
work-
break from adventuring for 1 month to see how this pans out?
is he a human?
It's all for a bit.
Charles, yeah, he's like a young human male.
Okay.
It's all for a bit. I ain't losing time. I ain't got nothing to do.
One
right, are we
month
ready?
later.
Maybe
Yeah,
one of these
well, we gotta
women
go
will
s-
have white hair with red tips.
Oh, this will be a good occasion to just gather all the females from the surrounding areas.
Now Earphone's gonna.
This
send
wasn't
out-
advertised to only
women. I
females.
said, come one, come all.
Right. So,
Oh
if
boy, it's just gonna be all old men.
creepy old pedophiles.
Hey, Merton!
What did you say? So we go say goodbye to Merton.
Okay.
Where's the lube?
Okay.
One sentence too far.
It's pronounced Viagra.
Oh, they have a spell for that. It's called shillelagh.
That's stupid.
That was good though.
Yeah, you gotta boost your staff.
If you have a magical staff lasting longer than 4 hours, please speak to your apothecary.
Grandma's place is gone.
Grandma will fix your boner.
So we just bleed you? So the natural remedy for this is just bleeding you. So hold on one second.
Okay,
Take a seat and we'll get you taken care of.
Boner's soup. Okay.
We're fucking dumb.
Okay, going back to
For
Merton.
talking about hard-ons. Anyway,
Let's go say goodbye to Merton.
I kind of do
Are we
want to
leaving-
just stick around in town for a month.
I don't. Anyway,
Yeah.
We're not going to do that.
No, he's going. We'll know. He's going to send
I guess
out letters everywhere.
I'll cast
Irfan
sending
will stay
too
here
after
for a
the
month.
event and just let him
You
know.
can check in and see.
Yeah, I can just be like, "Hey, Martin, how's everything going?" And then he can be like, "Well, you fuckers," because he's going to know it was us because we were talking about it with him
because
last
we
time.
immediately contacted
You
him
will
like
have
that.
forgotten about that conversation in 40 days from now.
you can
when
be
a
like,
bunch of
hey,
people
we saw
show
these
up."
flyers for you that you sent out, and we were
You
wondering
sent out
how
these
it
flyers to
went.
other towns asking for love.
Yeah.
It's good work.
All the wrong places.
So it wasn't around the corner; it was around the other town.
Okay, what are you guys doing?
Going to say goodbye to Marin.
Okay. Well, you're at the guard post, so he's
Saying goodbye
there.
to him.
He wasn't right next to me for that, though.
He's standing right behind. No,
the whole time.
he's in. If you remember, there was like that side office that was like Thurston's.
I remember.
Yeah, he's in there.
I remember.
Remember Gelstead?
I remember.
You remember Gelstead?
Uncomfortable. Okay,
so
bye,
you walk in,
Martin.
and Merton is sitting at the desk doing some paperwork and kind of glances up and goes, so I take it you decided to head out for today
Oh yeah,
then?
we are just going to walk because we have legs, so we can.
Thanks for letting us into the town.
Thank you for all of your help.
Yeah.
I think the thanks is to you and always will be, but of course, anything I can do whenever you're in town, just I hope to see you all again sometime soon.
You
Well,
are
you
a
will.
good man.
Yeah, we'll
You
be
probably
checking
will.
in with you.
Maybe another
Yeah.
one will look different. Who knows?
Well, yes.
Just all hobgoblins and we. What the fuck happened, guys?
No, now we
we
have
all
to.
died
When we come
once.
back, we all have to cast disguise self to look like hobgoblins.
Well, it's a pity to see you all leave again, but he stands up and comes and like goes to give each of you a bro hug.
Good to see you, bro.
You too, bro,
Or brother,
brother. Thank you, brother.
Brother.
So he goes around and kind of gives you all a little hug, pat, and says, "Well, I have some
proper
work
bro
to
hug is
attend
two
to,
pats?
so I bid you all safe travels, and I hope to see you all.
Stay sane and stay safe.
And say
Yes.
no to
I
jellyfishes.
can most likely do one of those things.
and get a hobby.
I will work on that.
and find romance.
Find romance. Find romance.
Get a hobby.
I don't
you
think
dumbass.
that is in the cards for me, but thank you for
Yeah,
your
well,
consideration.
You never know.
Oh, maybe you need a new deck of cards.
I will consider your words heavily, Tail. Always a
Watch
man
him
of
Yeah.
find romance before the 34th.
And then all these women show up and they're like,
That'd be amazing.
you got so many dice to roll, my dude.
all of them.
So goddamn many.
All right. So you
Have a
guys
grid.
say goodbye to Merton, make your way out of the guard post.
Oh yeah. Well, make sure the Murder Manor is locked, that we have all of our shit, and then we can go.
Okay, sounds good.
All right,
Let's do that.
we go do
On
that.
our way.
I mean, I figured you just do that.
I just wanted to specify so you couldn't be like, well, you guys didn't lock your fucking house and you guys left Gelstead. It's like,
And now somebody murdered someone in the murder manor.
Unfortunately, lockpicks are a thing still.
I mean,
regardless.
sure, but like, okay, you are a
There's
sneaky
now
bastard.
a family of deer living inside the murder house because you left the door wide open.
Oh,
and they
good. It
pissed
looks like
on
we're having
everything.
venison for dinner.
are a
Everything.
sneaky bastard, and I never am going. I'm
covering
always
our
gonna
bases,
cover my
bro.
bases when it comes to you.
Burn turns your house into a brothel.
No, I'm pretty sure that's Gralfie doing that.
It is murder brothel.
Oh, we send him a lot of women, so
Kind of fair.
We just sent all these women to prostitution.
Well, I don't love any of you, but I'm sure some would.
Nix, what have you done?
What did I do?
You created a brothel.
Okay, what are
you
you
started
guys
a
doing now?
prostitution chain.
Wait, with what I just did? Or is this like something I did a long time ago?
What you just did.
No, just now.
You tell us.
Did we just guess your backstory?
She's a sex trafficker.
She's a Littlefinger. All right, onwards.
What would
Get
you
it? 'Cause
like
she's
to
a
do?
gnome. She's got a little.
Are you just heading out of
leaving Gelstead?
Gelstead?
Yes, sir, we are.
Valel.
To where?
Valel?
No, no veil.
Valel.
Novella.
Violel and
I thought it was
Novel.
Polad.
Novella.
No, that's the guy.
Oh, okay.
So we leave.
And we're on our way. Da, 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 da.
Anything happened within those 3 days?
You die.
Oh.
Oh, so it's
So now we're all hobgoblins.
Now we're all.
It's making sense.
Does
This is how the world
do you
works.
turn
You
into a
die
different
and
type
you
of
come back into a
goblin when you
hobgoblin.
die again? Do you turn into just like a regular goblin?
I sure
into
hope
a-
not.
Into a sob goblin.
God damn it. All you do is cry.
Yep. He is a sad boy.
I am already a sob
A
goblin.
goblin?
A knob goblin. He's a knob gobbler. Anyway, oh my god. So you
A bog goblin.
make your way out of Gelstead that morning.
Goblin?
The road,
Is that
if I remember correctly, I must look at my map.
Goblin.
Oh, maybe we will encounter Griffon on our travel. Wasn't there a Griffon or something?
No, that was a dragon.
Oh, it was. What?
No, wait.
You actually become a gangster. You're a mob
Was
goblin.
there not a quest to go fight the Griffon when we were in Gelstead last time?
There was last time you were there, but you did not ask about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't go to the community
So
board or whatever.
maybe we'll find it on its way.
You become a
Well,
thief.
Maybe you can
a
write
Yeah.
rob goblin.
Bounty for it did say
There's
that it
200
had a nest
gold.
up in the Singing Heights in the mountains, so
Mm.
not where you're going.
I still hope that we will find it on our way.
Anyway, so as you head out that first day, towards the end of the, or about the middle of the first day in your travels, you come to a spot where there's a river that runs along the right side of the road, and at the very edge of the river, there's this piece of land that just it looks blackened from where you're at. It's a little further out into the fields, like off of the road, but you just see this kind of circular, like rough circular patch of land that's just blackened, essentially.
Does it look familiar?
Is it like
Not
when we
to
found
you.
the Banff when they like teleported out of that forest and there was like a
No,
okay.
it's way larger, like portion of land. There's like, you can see just all the plant life just looks petrified, and there's like petrified tree stumps.
Would this look familiar to any one of us?
I don't think so.
Does it look like a spell or is it like perfectly circular?
Not perfectly. It's kind of rugged, circular.
Does it look like everything is a lot older than it should be?
My motherboard glitched out for a second.
Circular.
Can I do like an Arcana check on it?
Sure.
Does everything look older than it should be?
I forget what my Arcana is. 14.
It does not look natural. It looks like possibly something magical could have caused this, but beyond that, I mean, you're not really sure.
Okay. I'm going to take like a plant that I see that's not dead and throw it onto the land that is dead.
Okay. You pick a plant and throw it onto the land that's kind of blackened. Nothing happens.
I'm gonna take my toe and like tap the ground. That's the
You
black
instantly
ground.
die.
Nothing seems to happen.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Constitution saving throw.
I don't know what is wrong with this place.
But we should probably be on the lookout. I start looking up.
Roll a perception check.
18.
You start looking up and just see the sky and then kind of just start glancing around and off towards the tree line that is off maybe 60, 70 feet from the edge of the blackened circle towards the mountains. You can see, watching from the trees, looks to be a pack of wolves. And amongst them, you see a small child, naked, amongst these wolves, just watching you.
Okay. Okay.
Those are the ones that killed Grandma.
Well, that's what's rumored. We don't know if that's actually true.
Maybe they could join Tails' army.
Maybe they want to be friends. I have been friends with things like wolves.
Do the wolves look pretty big? Like,
Are they like dire wolves or like regular wolves?
I mean, they're regular wolves, but regular wolves are pretty big.
Yeah, I mean that's fair, but I was wondering if they were like the really big ones. Is the child male or female?
You can't tell from this distance.
Okay. Do they appear to be human?
Humanoid.
how many wolves?
Could just be a naked gnome running around.
What color that can be seen on the tree line? It looks like there's 5 or 6, but you don't know how many are in shadows or inside the trees themselves.
Cast.
Do the wolves look like they're following the child?
They're all just kind of sitting in a group together,
Are
watching
they watching?
you.
Okay, they're watching us from the trees.
Yep.
Do the wolves appear to be, or does the child appear to be magical at all? Either one.
Pair what?
Like, do they appear to be like magical in any sort of way, or like?
It's a kid that is 60, 70 feet away from you, and that's all you've seen. You
know
can't
what?
really
That
tell if
is
they're magical. You
fair.
can't tell their gender, and nothing other than the fact that there is a kid amongst these wolves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to go say hi, Tail?
I want to go say hi.
Maybe don't do that.
Why not? They can be friends with child.
let-
They can be friends with me.
Maybe let me take point on this one, or maybe let me take point on this one.
I don't see why, but okay. I will talk to them if they don't want to be friends with you.
Okay, that sounds good. And I'm gonna slowly walk towards them and like put my hands up in like a non-threatening
The
gesture.
second you start moving towards them, they turn and just start bolting like a little bit along the edge of the forest and then into the trees. And you can see this kid running on all fours, like through the grass, and then disappear into the trees.
It's gonna be really slow running like that.
You can see the wolves definitely like are going slowly for him. But I mean, for a kid running on all fours, they're a lot faster than you would expect.
Oh, see, Nimue, you scared them off because they want to be friends with me, not you.
I'm sure that's what it was.
Yeah, clearly.
Well, I don't really see much that we can do about that. I mean, I suppose we could follow them, but who knows how many wolves there are. And also
Well, that's kind of weird, isn't it?
that they were watching
And don't
us.
you want to get justice for Dima's namesake? You know? Or no, you don't really care?
Well, I mean, we could, but
Just keep going, or...
yeah, I mean, it's not my place
How
to.
far out of Gelstead were we?
About a like middle of a day.
Okay, so just a few hours.
Okay, well, if they
It might
show
have just
up,
been a
they
rumor
show
anyway.
up.
We don't know for certain
That's
what
true.
happened. So
Well, we don't know if it was them that killed
right, exactly.
Grandma, but also it is kind of peculiar that we get reports about this one day and then we see them the next.
Yeah, that is weird.
And I mean, it is also odd. I mean, that child seems happy, I suppose, but also, should we
You think-
do something about this?
all of this stuff here has anything to do with Like how everything is weird and dead here. Has anything to do with why there's a kid running around with wolves?
I don't think so.
I mean, it does seem like a stretch, but they're both pretty weird things that we just encountered. You know?
Should we investigate? We could follow them. I'm
We
sure.
can vote.
Is there
I'm sure
anything
you could
else
track
we
that
can
many
Yeah.
wolves.
Is there anything else we can see inside of the circle? Is there any footprints or any markings?
It just looks like petrified plants and tree stumps and stuff.
Can I
Right.
try to find a petrified flower?
Sure. Not hard to do.
Okay.
Can I grab some petrified wood?
Mhm.
Yay.
You're not eating it.
Can I track the wolves and the boy?
You can certainly try.
Yeah.
I think maybe we should go after them. Maybe they want us to see something. Or maybe we can prevent them
19.
from hurting people.
Yeah, and honestly,
Second roll didn't matter. So 19.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough to do. So it's not hard to make out the wolf tracks and especially the
Yeah.
human hands and feet tracks that travel amongst them. They lead off into the forest.
I just point them out, to everyone in the party. So do we
Okay.
follow or?
well, and even I might be wrong about where those plants are that I'm looking for. So it might even be in here.
So
I don't know.
maybe we should just
So-
wander through, investigate a little bit.
Yeah,
maybe
we
we'll
could-
see if we can do something about this. If not, we keep going on our
Yeah,
way.
yeah, just a small
Okay.
detour.
I'm always okay with making more friends.
All right. So you guys go to make your way into the forest after the wolves and the boy. And we're going to take another break there.
Roger. Roger Dodger.
Hello? There we go. Anyway, so our party finally set out from Gelstead, about a day's travel in. Ended up noticing some weird markings on the ground outside of the road, and also noticed a pack of wolves with a child amongst them, and decided to make their way into the forest to follow these interesting subjects. And that's where we pick up. You guys begin to follow Seven in through the forest as he's tracking the wolf and child footprints.
Why does everything always have to disappear in a forest?
They start to kind of wind their way through the trees and whatnot, and just continue to delve deeper into the forest itself. You follow them for probably a couple hours. Probably closer to like an hour and a half, an hour 45 into the forest before you come to this kind of open, not meadow, but kind of just open, less treed area. And
Maybe stealthing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Should
I'd
we
like
be?
to be.
Yeah, I would like
roll
to.
stealth
as well.
checks.
All right, I'll cast Pass Without Trace as well.
Fuck yeah.
Thank God.
It's not bad.
19.
Come on.
26.
18.
I think it's dexterity. Right?
20.
33.
Yeah, that's gonna be a 30. 30.
Love that, man.
Cool. So you quietly follow these tracks and come to this kind of open area, and you can see at the edge of it is almost like a cave, basically, like a rock. It's like in the a side hill, and a cave that kind of goes down, and you can see leading up to this and around this open area and around the cave itself are just the most beautiful array of like colorful flowers, and just different colored, different flowers that just kind of line the walls of this cave and this little open area in front of it, almost like a carpet of color that leads into this cave itself.
It's a trap.
And the trees around it seem to have like over accentuated like vines and like larger leaves, and it almost just creates this like hollow of this cave and like the flowers and trees and stuff that's very unique from the rest of the forest that you've passed through. The tracks seem to lead into that area and into the cave.
I just mentioned that to everyone. Pointed out.
Does it seem
Let's go.
Does it seem like the way the plants have grown here? Does it seem unnatural? Like, does it seem magically inspired?
Roll an Arcana check.
It's shit. It's a 6.
It definitely seems different from the rest of the forest that you've passed through so far.
Okay.
Do I see anything? Like anything guarding the entrance or anything like that?
Roll a perception check.
And also, are there other tracks other than
Garbage.
the wolves and the kids? Well, that's like demon.
Make an investigation check.
I rolled a 10 for my perception.
Doesn't seem to be anything like immediately outside the cave.
You said investigation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sad. 15.
15?
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to be anything other than wolf tracks and the kids' tracks.
The kids' tracks remain kids' tracks, right? They don't like grow into like a bigger human or like turn into like wolf or anything like that.
Seem to stay kids' tracks.
Should we go in?
Yeah.
I don't see why not.
Boy.
Okay.
We're
How
following
do you
him.
not see why
I'm going
not?
to cast whoever goes in first. I'm going to cast Sanctuary on them.
I want to go in first.
Okay. I cast Sanctuary on top.
Okay.
Does it look dark in there?
Yes. It's a cave.
Cave made of light?
No. You wish.
Yeah.
Leave it dark. I can see perfectly.
All right.
Oh,
I'll
wait.
get my orb ready.
Okay, I'm slowly
I
walking
put on
forward.
my night vision goggles.
Okay.
So I'm gonna walk by you then, DeWitt.
God,
Sounds
are
good.
we doing this? I can actually see perfectly in the dark. All right, let's use it.
Okay. So you guys make your way into the cave. And it seems to go straight for a minute and then kind of curve and wind to the right. And as you follow it to the right, it kind of narrows back out straight and opens into not a massive, but kind of a larger den-like area. And we'll let you keep the stealth that you guys rolled, but...
Yeah. And I didn't cast Sanctuary right then, but I want to be holding it for tail
Wow.
for as soon as something happens.
Okay.
A lot of rolls.
So as you kind of step to the edge and look into this den like area, those with you with the dark vision, there's a little bit of natural light, so you can see very dimly anyone without dark vision that's like coming from like a skylight or like a hole in the top of the cavern itself. So it's just kind of dull, dim light. And you can see the wolves kind of splayed about, just kind of resting, laying down and either like cleaning themselves or just meandering. And you can see the small child over towards the back edge, playing with a bit of a larger wolf, not necessarily dire wolf, but a larger wolf with more, not like blonde, but more golden fur. Not completely like golden retriever, but more golden than like a gray wolf. So there's the rest of the wolves are kind of grayish brown or gray, more blackened fur. And this wolf is kind of more golden with like the shades of gray and the black and a bit larger, and seems to be like playing with this kid. And it stops and its head glances up and looks directly in your direction and makes eye contact for a moment and then kind of goes back to playing with
Can
this
we
kid.
see the kid more clearly now?
Mm-hmm. Definitely. It's just a very short human child. It's a male. and he's got really shaggy, like almost just dirty, black hair, like very
Mowgli.
Mowgli looking. Yeah.
Is it long?
About like chin length.
Do we see any bones?
Yeah, there's definitely bones around. It's their den.
Do any look like human bones?
I don't think you'd really have a way to tell unless you went and inspected them.
The larger golden one saw us.
Mm-hmm. It seemed that way.
Tail.
Yes.
Maybe you could offer them some like bones or something.
Can
Oh,
I
maybe
detect
I
the
can
thoughts
talk
of the gold wolf?
To the wall.
Of the gold wolf? The golden, more blonde.
The blonde guy.
The golf.
It says if I can do it within any creature. Is it within 30 feet of us?
That one is not.
Oh. Well, I'll do one of the other wolves that are closer to me for now. But it just says they have to have a intelligence of 3 or higher.
I mean, the wolves definitely do.
Yeah.
Especially gold.
You just get like hunger and contentment. That's
Okay.
Does
the thought of the
Goldilocks-
wolf that's like close to you that's just
Yeah.
licking its front paw.
Okay.
Does Goldilocks seem more intelligent than the other ones? Or like a leader?
I want to send a message to the gold wolf. It's going to be in Goblin though, and I'm going to ask it, hello wolf, I am Tail. I was wondering if you know anything about the black spot that we saw back there.
You're sending it in Goblin?
Why?
Okay. You see the wolf playing with the kid and for a moment pauses and stops and looks up to you with like a head, like looks in the direction of all of you with like a cocked head and continues, like lowers its head again and starts playing with the kid, but continually making glances up over in your direction.
Okay, then I'm just going to repeat the message back in common then.
Okay. You receive a response and it says, "Hello, Tail. What interests you in this black spot?"
Oh, I don't know. It just thought it is very unusual for something like that. It was one, and we saw something like this before.
Did we hear him talking?
That, we saw this
no
weird.
message is just.
Yeah. We saw this weird scorched earth in the forest before, and
Oh wait, no, his isn't. You can hear him talking.
Oh, then
Message isn't telepathic. You're like,
Yeah, you have to speak into the wire.
Did you tell him your name?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like, "Hello, this is Tail."
then yeah, I was going to say we saw some scorched earth in the forest before where there were demons, and I didn't know if this black spot made demons or anything. Also, yeah, that was just that.
They were devils.
Oh, devils! I mean,
as you're saying this message, like whispering this message into the wire, you all watch a couple of the wolves, actual wolves around heads and ears perk up and look in your direction. And there's some like growling and they start moving in that direction towards
Everybody
you all.
put your
I'm
hands
gonna
up.
put-
If you're
send message.
non-threatening.
And then there's like a loud like bark, like a from the golden colored wolf in the back. And they all stop and turn and step back. And the golden wolf kind of strides forward. And the boy kind of, like, as it stops playing with him, sits and just turns and kind of looks in your direction. And as the golden wolf starts to stride forward, you see it start to shape change and stand up. And you see the form of Grandma standing in front of you.
Are you fucking called it?
Grandma!
She's an animal. Fucking called it.
And she strides forward and just says, "Well, hello. It's been some time. It is good to see you again.
Hi, Grandma.
What brings you into my midst here?"
Well, We heard some rumors that you had been attacked by a pack of wolves and had been killed.
Oh,
We
that
saw that your
town and
shop
its
was run
rumors.
down.
Yes, that does not surprise me, no. I prefer to keep it that way, though. The less they know, the better.
Were you always able to do that, or was that a recent thing?
Oh, I've always been able to do that.
That is cool. Can I learn how?
I don't think so right away. It depends on how willing your connection with nature and all that surrounds it and
Oh,
that
she's a druid.
engulfs it is.
Oh. Okay, well, I don't know much about nature.
I'd also explain the
Well,
gold
then,
coat.
to do this would take years of training and connection with all that is natural in the world.
Okay, never mind. Maybe I will learn how to be cat next time somewhere else. But anyway, what do you know anything about that black circle there?
I do, but what do you know about that black circle?
Not really anything.
We know it might have been caused by magic, but other than that, not
But
really anything.
that's about it.
And what interest do you have in this black circle, then?
If whatever caused it is dangerous, we'd rather make steps to make sure it's not harming anybody or anything.
Are these your goals, your true motives for doing this?
These are my motives. I can't speak for my group, though.
For me, I kind of just want to know.
Why?
Well, if there's magic and things like that, then there might also be bad people around it, because something like that killed all the nature can't be good, you know? And it'd be bad if that happened to other parts around here.
How big was the circle?
It was pretty big, probably, I'd say probably about like 80 feet in diameter.
Damn,
That's a lot bigger than you had.
that's huge.
I was expecting like maybe the size of this room.
I was thinking like
Holy
30
shit.
feet, 40 feet.
Nope,
Fucking
I
huge.
mean, you saw it from the road as you were traveling.
Oh, shit.
But yeah,
It seems like it's a lot of destruction. You know, we tend to try to make sure that these things don't happen.
Wait,
I know you.
this. So, I don't know if there's any correlation, but there seems to be a lot of. They were dead plants, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of dead plants over there, and there's kind of a lot of really nice plants around here.
Well, yes, that is my doing. And she raises her hand, and this, this almost crown of flowers just, grows onto your head.
And mine?
Yeah.
Oh.
Danny's excited about that, but Nyx doesn't know how to feel.
Okay. So did you do that then? Is that what you're saying?
Not the black circle, no.
I don't
Okay.
think that she doesn't seem like the one to do that.
Well, I just wasn't sure if you need, in
I don't
order
have
to
that
create more, you have to take from something. It's alchemy.
Yes,
And aren't you an alchemist?
but nature exists all around you, and there's no taking from nature, just expanding upon it. However, I do wish to know all of your motives in this. I know more of this black circle, but I'm unwilling to share unless I know a little bit more about who you truly are, what you truly desire here with this information.
Well, I already told you my motives.
no, I already told you mine.
And the rest of you, what brings you?
Well, to be honest, I was more just curious to see, like, if you were okay, Grandma. You were always so nice and wonderful, and that's all.
Well, I appreciate that, but here I am.
Do you want
So
us to
that's
keep
good.
calling you Grandma?
This is fine.
And as far as what I want, I just want to help my people. So I don't really need to know about that. I just
If you
cared
know
more about you.
about lots of plants, do you know about the 5-fingered plant thingy? Though I don't remember much
and then
about
I'll
it.
explain what it looks like.
I've heard brief mutterings of a plant such as this. Where it is found, I cannot say. I know that it grows wild. I would only expect it to be in one wild or another.
I thought the same thing, so...
And what is your desire for this plant?
I was just told it was to help my people.
This is what you were told, not your...
I believe every single word taught to me by the lioness, so... She does not have malintent.
So your will is not your own, then?
Not in disregard. I mean, I chose to do this.
I cannot tell you where to find this plant. I can tell you that to find this plant will be tough until the reason for finding it is yours and not another's.
What does that mean?
Take from it what you will. And the rest of you, what brings you in search of this information?
I am just traveling with the rest of my... I believe I, at this point, can call them friends. I am...
Tail would beg to differ.
Irfan paused before and looked at Tail before he said friends. I do not have any purpose of my own except to learn and experience more. My will is not my own either, but I do not currently have a lot binding me to another. There is not much intent from them for me. It is a very passive request from my partnership.
You speak vaguely, boy. I can tell there, though you don't say it, is still much pull and tear within your soul.
Most of what I have been asked to do, the reason I do it is mostly my own curiosity and in my search for more knowledge.
Very well. And you?
Huh?
Well, what brings you in search of this information?
Well, you see the land, it's not right. There's something wrong. There's chaos in the nature. I follow the chaos.
And what would you do when you find this chaos or the reason for it?
Balance.
Why?
For everything.
For everything.
Yes.
And why is balance necessary for everything?
Why is chaos necessary?
And you?
Good enough. I just want to help. I feel like whatever did this probably was not
And who is it you wish to help?
the world. Is that true?
You speak
she-
with such conviction.
Well, you know, I want to rid the world of evil things, and that is not a lie. I don't know you well enough to tell you all my motivations, but I'll tell
Yet you
that
came
it's-
here seeking maybe not specifically myself, but something, someone. If
I
you
wanted
are not
to-
willing to share, what was the point of this seeking?
I am seeking to destroy a great evil. That is what I am doing. And this could be connected to it.
And if it is not?
Then I will keep looking, and I will keep helping where I can.
Very well. And you've been quiet.
He'd be like that.
It do be like that sometimes.
I'm searching for something I've lost.
And for anything that stands in your way.
I'll make that decision when I get there.
Well, I must be honest, I cannot speak mounds of what I have just heard and what I feel from your group. You seem all disconcerted in some way, drawn in different threads, different paths, yet somehow bound together by some fate.
It is
name
called
is
friendships.
His name is Mason
Magical power of friendship.
and cocaine.
What?
And God and anime.
And if all of you were to learn that this blackening of the land, this imbalance, chaos, was caused by something not evil, but with goals that did not take into account the rest of the world and sought only the balance, what would you do?
Well, I'd hear them out.
I mean, yeah, it depends on why they did it, and I don't know why they did that, but if it is for good reason somehow, then if it makes sense to me, then sure. But I mean, I won't know until I hear about it from them.
I don't think that we're here to be judge, jury, and executioner. We're just here to make sure, well, not even to make sure, we're just here to help. And when something seems amiss, we look into it.
We kind of tend to be judge, jury, and executioner a lot.
I try not to be.
I mean,
Which is why I was like, don't kill the Rat King.
we just got done helping a group of kobolds, and then a group of goblins, and then a group of Thrycreen, which
Oh, wait.
we didn't help them.
Do you know of anywhere else where there might be Thrycreens like my friend here, Tick Tick? Because he had lost his family, and so we are trying to help him find another family.
More of his kind.
That is outside of my current view. It is not something I've paid any attention to.
Okay. Well, if you find any Thrycreens out there, then let me know.
Wait, do you think he could stay here?
Tick Tick?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, these are not Thrycreens, these are wolves.
Well, there's a child.
Yeah, he might be safer here than with us, running
don't
into
know.
battle all the time.
He might
maybe.
get killed with us, honestly.
I could watch the young one. However, do know that safety here is about as safe as anywhere.
But we seek battle and violence, or maybe it seeks us. I'm not quite sure. But it tends to find us a lot, and I'd rather not put a child in harm's way.
The young one can stay if that is what you wish.
Well, would you be able to keep him safe?
I cannot promise anything.
Okay. Will you at least try?
Of course.
Okay. I'm
Good enough for me.
going to get on my knees in front of Tick Tick, and I'm going to talk to him. I'm going to say, Tick Tick, I know you may not be able to understand me, but they are, and I'm just like waving over to the wolves and Grandma. They are willing to take care of you because it is dangerous to be with me, but don't think that this is me abandoning you. This is more so that I am trying to keep you safe because there are many dangers wherever I go. So, I mean, it is up to you whether you want to stay with them or, still follow me. It is your choice.
Just let him know that he'd have a friend if he stayed.
And yeah, you would have friends. You have friends. I mean, you have friends wherever you go. But it is your choice.
Why are you talking like a song?
I don't know. It's how you get a message across, okay?
He kind of stands there with his head like cocked and just like looks past you and looks at you and just sits there for a second and then kind of looks past, and Grandma kind of holds out her hand and gestures towards her. And he kind of looks at her and then looks back up at you, and she picks up some or like pulls some vines off of the edge of the wall and kind of waves her hand, and they twist and bend or like bend themselves into a little doll with like flowers that kind of blossom, and she hands it out, and he like steps forward and grabs it and like starts playing with it. And she stands back up and says, he will be looked after.
Okay.
I can do that much. And as for this blackening, I can tell you as much that, well, there are those of you who I can sense an arcane nature with. You know magic, but do you really, is the question.
Not completely. I don't completely understand it, but I can feel it.
Not at all.
There are veins, ley lines in the world that magic travels through, that supplies the web, the weave of magic that, well, binds our whole plane and this whole planet together.
Mentioned it once, like 2 months ago.
And this blackened spot, this lies on top of one of these ley lines. Something disturbs the natural order, disturbs the natural process of things. And that is all I know. But there's something... Well, we will save that for another time. I have my own ideas of what it could be, but until I know for sure, there's no sense in following the spreading of rumors. However, if you are to come across any other information, anything else regarding this disturbances to the natural order, to nature itself, well, you know where to find me.
Since my god is all about the natural order of things, would I maybe know something about what is causing this disturbance?
No.
Cool.
Hey, Grandma, do you know of these weird creatures that have like these glowy green coming out of their eyes and like their mouth is covered with skin, but they can copy attacks, they can copy moves and weapons and things like that?
Well, I know that I don't look it, but I don't tend to do a lot of fighting myself, contrary to popular belief.
Okay.
So I can't say I've come across any creatures that have these characteristics in a battle.
Okay. Well, if you do, be careful because they can copy anything you do. They are able to copy my magic. They are able to copy other things.
I will be on the lookout for these creatures.
Okay. I'm gonna also like rip off a piece of cloth and like draw my symbol on it, then tie it to the like close to the tip of Tic Tic's spear.
Oh. That way we can track him.
Oh no, just so that he can carry my symbol as well.
That is fair. But now I can find him if we're close enough.
I've got a couple questions for you, if you don't mind.
Of course.
They're just about people you may have seen. Have you seen a pair of people coming through here recently? Like a gnome and a person that changes their shape and voice all the time?
Not many come through here, if any at all. I have not seen any of these description.
Okay. And forgive me, I've been told not to say this name lightly, but you seem like somebody who respects the way things are. Have you Have you ever heard of the name Lord Tenebris?
I cannot say I've heard this name spoken before. No.
Okay. You probably shouldn't repeat it, but
This is not a name I have come across, but if you hear any tellings or connections with this name and the title The Wild King, be on guard for any information regarding this fact.
Oh, Grandma, why did you decide to go live out here instead of living in Gelstead?
Because there was a disturbance in the force.
Yeah.
Okay, simple in. Okay.
Who's this child you roam with?
That is also a mystery for me. When I came across this pack, he was with them. And I have known them for quite some time. He has lived with them for as long as I have known them. And he has always stayed a child. He's never aged.
Oh,
They are not sure where he came from.
does he have a name?
It is difficult to translate from wolf. Let me see if I can give you an accurate translation in common. It would be... It's hard because it's like a lot of languages where they have one word that kind of just is like almost like a sentence in English. It's similar to that. The roughest translation I can give is well, Luigi.
Zyrax, and Luigi Zyrax.
It's Zyrax's brother.
We found him. All campaign away.
It would be something like it's really hard to like have an actual description for it because it's something that means young and old at the same time, essentially.
Like timeless?
I don't
Lasting,
have like
timeless.
timeless, but not, because timeless is like everlasting, whereas this literally translates to something meaning young and old at the same time. I was just looking for like an actual word or phrase for it, but yeah, that's what she says.
Can I
We'll just call him Yold.
Young.
Old Yold.
Only on.
Dude,
Sounds like
speaking
a
to your
tea.
mic, bro.
Can I,
Like, pull out a mushroom and gently like approach the child.
Mm-hmm.
They're not the kind of mushrooms from your campaign, I'm pretty sure, right?
No, they're just
Regular
Wild
old
mushrooms. he,
and I'll like
you
crouch
approach
down
and
to like make myself small.
He kind of like backs up for a second and looks.
don't think you have to make
Grandma,
yourself
and
small.
Grandma just gives a nod, and he like straightens out and just looks at you. And you like looking into this kid's eyes, you see a young, like very young face, weathered obviously, like tanned from the sun, and there's, you know, like scrapes and stuff, but still like the smooth kind of young skin. But the eyes, like looking into the eyes, there's something just old. There's like a wisdom and like an just old, like this emanates age, old.
Is he cursed? Can someone find out?
Is he?
I'll hold out my hand and just kind of offer him the mushroom, and then I'll eat one myself to show him
He
it's okay.
again kind of looks to Grandma and she nods, and he takes it out of your hand and eats it.
Do his eyes look
And
familiar?
he eats it and immediately spits it out. And Grandma kind of like, he's been raised by wolves for many years. He
Oh, okay.
prefers the taste of.
I take out some raw meat from my bag. Then I hold it out to him.
He takes it and just starts gobbling it down.
So,
Goblining.
did his eyes look familiar to me?
No, I don't think there's any. No.
Okay.
So, is there any more when you wish to discuss while you are here?
Oh, not really.
No, I'm just glad you're okay.
I appreciate the worry.
I've got a question. When she was talking about the ley lines, is that what you said they're called?
Mhm.
The ley lines for where magic travels or whatever.
Like runs through the world.
Yes. Have I, in my childhood, did I ever see anything like that where I grew up? Or did I ever see anything like that, the way the earth looked there? Anything reminiscent of that, like on the surface?
Make a.
Ley lines aren't really visible, right?
she's talking about the
Make
blackened.
a history or an arcana check. To whichever one's highest, whichever you prefer. Or sorry, did I say nature and arcana? I
You said history and
I meant
arcana.
nature and arcana.
It's the same. Okay. 16.
Yeah, ley lines aren't visible. They don't really make like a visible like disturbance or like look of like physical alteration to Earth. So it's not something you would have came across or seen. But it's something that you have heard of, maybe just even briefly, but it's not like something that you can dig into. It's more just like a connection that runs across the entire planet that can manifest physically, as you've seen with this black spot, but it's not something that's physically there that could be like dug into or like dug to. And
Okay. But
Has
there
there
was
been-
nothing there was nothing like that black spot
Ley lines are actually just cover for fiber internet.
around
But-
where I grew up. Like you know, on my excursions.
actually,
Like, well, I don't know if Nimue would know anything about this. Because I was just thinking about like where ley lines cross in like
Where ley lines
actual
cross
mythology. It's like really powerful places.
that are either people are drawn there, they build there typically.
Mm-hmm. They're usually like great places of great power.
people think. Normal people think that they.
Yes,
they have
actually, you would have come
brothers
across one of these
because they're
spots
actually
before. It
brothers.
would have been a lot smaller when you came across it, but you have seen one of these before.
Was it when I was young? Was it after the?
It would have been. Let's see how to tactfully say
Cover
this.
your ears.
It would have been.
We can close our ears if you want.
It would have been
have clothes in
after you left.
That I came across it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now we all know Nick's left something.
Because we all didn't leave something.
closer to learning something.
Big reveal. Baby steps. Baby steps.
It's all about baby steps,
Still a
baby. I have a question for you. Have you seen a lot of people? Like, if I asked you if you had seen somebody, is there any sort of likelihood that you would have?
To be honest, I don't pay much mind to those that I see if they don't make an impression.
Okay. Never mind then.
Well, shall we get back on the road?
I guess so.
Let's do it.
Alrighty. So, the blackened spot was something corrupting the ley lines.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Well, it's a disturbance. Something
to
that
me or
disrupted
something
the
that Nyx
natural
would say?
order of things.
Nyx wouldn't say it in front of all these guys.
Well, then I
She would
wouldn't
say
say
it.
it in front of all these guys.
Okay.
Unless Nyx would.
But I have to directly. Have we left?
We're about
I
to.
mean, we're leaving. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about leaving.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna trail behind and sneak back to her once we leave.
Oh, big surprise. Haven't seen that coming.
Do I notice her leave?
I'd say because you have such a high passive perception, you can roll a perception. Well, no, just with your passive, you would notice her leave, definitely.
Okay.
I know what things Nimue keeps track of, and that would be one of them after this happening enough times. So I would say with passive, you do notice that Nyx steps out or steps away.
Okay.
So
Would you like us to
should I
leave?
stick to vague terms then? For the table's sake?
To the room.
Secrets are no fun. Secrets
I can say
tell
it?
everyone.
Nah, I think we're getting to that point where it's fine to just, make people wonder if anything.
Okay.
Oh.
I like turmoil at the table.
Oh, how about them Knicks?
So, Nyx is just playing cards with everyone that
She's
Can
like
I-
is behind with him.
turned and was and as you kind of turn back around, you notice that she isn't speaking verbally to Tick Tick, but you can see her kind of like gesturing, and he seems to be like understanding and doing stuff. So she seems to be speaking with him and then stops and kind of turns back around and says, "Yes, what has brought you back to me?"
I have another question for you, and I didn't want to ask it in front of everybody else.
You all seem to do a lot of not trusting each other.
Well, I don't know them very well. It's only been a month and a half. So,
Very
but
well.
I'll be honest with you. I have seen something like what I saw there before, and it was a long time ago, almost 50 years. But when I did see it, it happened near my home, and I was wondering, because I think that there may be a correlation. And you said that you knew something about this. I was wondering if the name Callista meant anything to you.
Like from League of Legends.
She throws spears.
Yes, all of the spears.
Yeah, that sounds like Callista.
Can't say that the name has crossed my path, no.
No?
No, but what is it that you believe this connection to be?
I think that I know that she played a huge role in something dark and evil.
The LCS.
And I don't.
I'm sorry.
Shit. Okay. Wouldn't have chosen that name if I fucking knew.
Should have thought that would.
You can never get away from it, no matter what name you chose. We're gonna make fun of it somehow.
Okay, I forget what I was saying though. What was I saying?
You think that
why
she
do
might
you
be
think
connected?
she's involved?
Yeah.
Because near where this happened, she was in the Underdark working on I don't know what, but it was evil. And I don't know. There has to be a correlation. I still think that she's alive.
Well, I can tell you this much, that this blackened spot, this stain on the natural order, it was not caused by your Callister. Whatever nefarious deeds she was up to, I would be willing to make 100% without a doubt assumption that it was not her.
Okay. Do I believe her?
Make an insight check.
Natural 20.
She is definitely telling the truth, but definitely withholding information.
What? Let's drop the bullshit. Okay, I know that you're lying to me. I'm trying to be honest with you. I've told you more than I've told anybody in 50 years. Please inform me of what is going on because it is important to me so that I can help fix it.
None of the hearts in your group ring true to me as someone who would be willing to completely sacrifice themselves for the good of the natural order and balance. This is why I don't tell you things, why I hold information. None of you seem capable of possessing it.
But you've only
Prove to
just
me that
met
I am
us.
wrong. It does not take one to meet more than once to know the true nature of somebody, if you know right way or the right place to look.
The right place to look. I have been fighting to take out this person. I have been hiding. And I've been on my own with nobody for more than half my life. So I'm committed to finding out what is going on. I'm committed to stopping this woman. And whatever it is that she is trying to do, that is my entire goal, and I've never lost sight of it.
And this goal seems to be completely one-sided to me. It seems that you wish to do this for yourself.
It is not
Not
just for
for others.
myself. It is not for myself at all, in fact.
And how is that?
I'm trying to save somebody I love. And
This
it
still
is,
seems to be for yourself.
it is not for myself. I've sacrificed everything for other people.
And if this
And-
person stood in the way of achieving this goal and not, would you sacrifice them? Would you sacrifice this person for the greater good, for that of the world, for that of the people in it, the natural order?
I think if it, I don't know.
And this is why you need not the information I possess.
All right. Well,
Until you are willing to be that for the world, there's not much you can do in this fight.
okay. Well, I'll see you when I see you. Thanks for nothing. And then I'll fucking...
Nice.
You know, it all makes sense. She's looking for Callista, and Callista binds people to her
God.
spear thingy or whatever, and
is
Nyx is
enough.
bound to someone. It's a pact.
If I would have known this was going to be a thing, I would have advised you to pick a different name because I did not want to hear about League of Legends the whole time we played D&D.
She's actually looking for Thresh.
What?
Nothing.
All right, let's pull it back, everybody.
All right. So eventually Nyx comes back out and meets you all outside the cave.
I imagine I would have just kept walking. I probably
Okay.
wouldn't
Yeah,
have noticed.
we would
Nyx
have
would've
noticed.
left.
All right, so she catches up to you all.
I don't know if I should have said this before or after that happened, but I wanted to try to hang back and see if I could hear what they were talking about. I just didn't want to interrupt because you guys like had already started, and I was like, I didn't want to like stop it, but
I mean, I figured you were probably going to do something if you had noticed her. So yeah.
So just hang back and see if I can hear what I hear.
Make a perception check to see how much of what it was that you caught, and also a stealth check. And I want you to roll a perception check.
Ooh, what about the puppy or grandma? I guess 2.
So my perception was 17 and my stealth was 17 as well.
Okay. Yeah, you caught majority of that. Maybe a couple muffled moments, but
Hell yeah. I love having a high perception.
Deciphering the team one member at a time.
Yes.
But did grandma notice her?
no, she did not. Unfortunately,
You rolled for it.
I did roll for it. And it was low. So
Well, I'm so stealthy as the cleric.
That makes sense because Nyx was pretty distracted in that moment.
yeah,
She
definitely.
would
All
have been paying attention.
right. So you all find your way.
When I
Back
storm
together.
out of there, do I encounter Nimue?
It depends if she makes herself.
As soon as
known.
I
If not-
hear, whenever Nyx is like, well, thanks for nothing, I just turn around and walk off and try to catch up with the group.
Okay, I mean, she's like pretty close behind you, so you'd definitely run into her before you'd run into the rest of the group, like walking alone away from you, like out of the cave as you're exiting the cave.
I just glare at her and walk by. I pick my boots and walk faster than Nimue.
So
Okay.
petty.
I
So-
like how you're upset with that, even though you totally do the same thing.
All right. So
But also the thing is like, if you looked at it from Nimue's perspective, Nimue was like, oh, Nyx is staying behind. She's like, I'm like, oh, where did Nyx go? I walked to go find her. She's in this deep conversation. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to do.
Okay. So you guys eventually meet up, make your way back out to the road.
I'm going to be crying along the way because I lost the tick tick.
Oh.
I'm gonna be sad.
Yeah. I'll pat your back a few times. It's okay, friend. He'll be safer there.
I know, but I wanted to raise him. I wanted to be with him.
Oh my god.
Anyway, we don't need to roleplay this.
Yeah, I was just gonna leave it at that.
All right. So you guys find your way back onto the road. It's a few hours before nightfall, so you travel for a few more hours and then go to set up camp. You don't need to like roll watches because at this point with your level, I'd say that you're a match for any bandits that would seek to jump you. So I wouldn't be
Yay.
super worried about that.
Then you all die.
Because you didn't keep watch.
So next day, you awake to kind of slightly cloudy skies and still warm air as you start your day traveling. Is there anything anyone wanted to do before the going bedding for the night?
Well, I think that every night, DeWitt and I are going to try to make potions. So
And of course, I have Owly.
So make your animal handling check. What are you doing to train Allie now?
I want to
sure.
play fetch with him. I want to see if he'll bring stuff back to me.
Okay. Roll an animal handling check.
Crit.
Oh, you're
He
getting
knows how
better
to
with that.
bring me stuff. Throw a stick, he brings it back.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, you start, like, you throw a stick, and Allie flies and gets the stick, and then comes back and give him a treat. You're starting to, you don't need the leash anymore. Allie seems to be to that point where...
He knows that you're his dad.
That's right. See, I have your food. He will come get them from me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you don't need this no more. We're gonna throw this in the fire. No more leash for you.
And Allie flies away.
You'll never take my freedom.
He'll be back.
He goes and gets the leash out of the fire like, no.
You have that moment where you kind of you throw the stick a couple times like close to you, and Allie will fly and then kind of hit the edge of the leash and fly down and pick it up and fly back to you, and you just decide, what the fuck, and you take it off and you throw the stick further, and Allie flies and picks up the stick and kind of like picks it up in his beak and looks around for a second, and then turns and flies back and lands on your shoulder.
Nice.
Ha-ha! Hey, look, I have another friend.
I would have never thought that Vlad would be the one to get the animal companion.
Right.
Yeah, me either. Interesting though. What'd
like
you do
What
for
are you
potion?
talking about? I have
Me?
Silent Wingy as my companion.
Easy enough.
I mean,
to
I've
make
had two
another
animal
healing potion.
companions.
It doesn't count if you have trained.
Kind of working together, both of you. It doesn't take you very long. Kind of getting the science to it. End up getting another potion.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Anything else
Are
anyone
you
wants to
marking
do?
down your supplies?
I thought we were just keeping our potion. Oh yeah. I'm using my ingredients.
Okay,
I
sick.
figured I'd use
I'm studying
one of
Giant
mine
every night.
last night. Oh, the night before.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
Huh?
If you
Studying
want to just keep
Giant
track,
every
then I'll
night.
have.
'Kay.
I have the 2 blood staunches is all I've got. So.
Make just an intelligence
Or
roll.
did I give
Gave
those to
those.
you? Did I give those to you? Okay, sick, cool. So you're keeping track of the supplies then.
6.
6. Still really hard to figure out how to like put sentences together in Giant. You still kind of have like some basic words, like an American going to Mexico and knowing like cerveza and whatever, no me tires or something like
No me
that.
tires.
No, me tired.
What does that one mean?
Oh,
So when we were in
don't
Mexico,
throw me.
yeah,
Don't
there-
throw me.
Please
like when we were in
don't
Mexico,
throw.
that hotel or whatever they're at, that resort, every single cup had "Don't throw me," but it also said "No me." It's probably like "No me tires."
Yeah.
It's no me
But we
Tires.
kept on saying "No me tires" every single fucking time.
It's great.
No me tires.
No me
So
tires.
it's kind of like that, and trying to put sentences together.
Your friend's just walking
It
around
just-
like, no me tires, and we're like, what the fuck are you saying?
Yeah. But you're trying. Ooh, he's trying. All right. That's everything. So yeah, you guys wake up the next morning to that slightly cloudy morning and kind of begin your trek throughout the day.
I'm gonna be keeping an eye out for more materials.
Okay. Roll what did I have you do? Investigation?
Just nature. Or investigation.
Yeah.
Investigation.
I'd say roll an investigation. Well, so are you guys traveling at a fast pace, a slow pace, a normal pace? Like, what are you guys
I
traveling
think a
at?
normal pace.
Normal, yeah.
Normal.
Okay. So just, normal roll.
7.
7.
7.
Not finding, I mean, it's kind of the beaten path, and like to the sides as well has been kind of picked clean by any other foragers and stuff. So you're not really come across anything as you're going.
Okay.
Yeah. So midway through the day, you guys are traveling and kind of hear something off in the distance down the road. And as you kind of perk up and start walking a little further, you can hear the like a melody, like a lute playing as it's walking up the road. And you hear a voice.
No.
Cut the tape. End the campaign.
What?
I hope it's who I think it is.
Oh, I don't know about that, but you hear like a female's voice, and you hear
Oh. Thank
So as
God.
it starts to get closer, you hear a song, and it goes, well, it's 9 in the morning on RDL. The usual drunks shuffle in. There's an old dwarf sitting next to me, making love to his ale and mutton. He says, alas, can you play me a melody? I'm not really sure of the words, but it's bad and you're sweet and you should show me your teats. And ask me to take off my clothes. And she sees you and goes, oh, hello there.
Oh my
I
God.
wasn't expecting to run into anyone out here on the road. I'm Bridget. It's good to meet you.
It's nice to meet you, Bridget. That was amazing.
And all of your names.
I'm DeWitt.
DeWitt, it's lovely to meet you.
Likewise.
And the rest?
I'm Nick. This is Tail, Nimue, Vlad, Irfan 7. Will you please have a rap battle or something? He's a bard too, you know.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, he can
Yeah,
sing.
man. Can you show me how to play that?
The lute, will I...
Well, no, like that song you just played.
Oh, yeah, I could teach you. Sure, definitely.
I liked it.
It's just a little ditty I
Not
made
the only
up.
thing he liked.
You-
Okay. She kind of begins teaching you. She says, would you care to maybe make a small detour and have some drinks? And I'd love to hear some tales.
Tail?
Fucking shit.
What does she look like? Did you give a description?
No, he did not.
No. So she's got like long braided red hair, like ginger red hair, not like dyed red hair. That goes down like to her stomach basically, and the braid over her right shoulder. Freckled face, lightly tanned skin, and green eyes.
Why is everybody just making how Shay looked like? Did I just make like Shay just like super too
She
normal?
didn't have
or-
like curly braided hair,
Yeah.
did she?
It was long and it
I
was
thought
red
it was
and it was
straight.
Nope, it's curly.
Then why'd you say the character in my campaign
Because
was
she
shit?
was red and pale.
Sorry, green eyes.
But her hair is
and-
nothing alike besides the
and
red.
freckles
like
and
Freckled, like tanned skin.
Yeah.
Seems from walking.
Not quite unique.
And she's just got
I know.
like basic traveler
Just keeps
clothes on,
happening.
carrying a lute. She says, "Yes, I'd love to stop and hear some tales, so I can write some songs about them later or something." That's kind of what I do.
Does she seem like she's trying to like lure us away to
You
something?
know what?
No, she's just asking you to like pull off and like.
Oh,
chat.
I thought that she was like saying like let's like go to my camp, and I was
You
like,
know-
this is
No.
scary.
You know. So there's something that you could write a song about. It's like this great up and coming event that's happening in Gelstead.
Oh my god.
On the 34th of next month.
Gelstead. Where is this Gelstead?
Just keep heading south, you'll find it.
Oh, very well. And what is this that I could write about?
His name is Merton. He's very handsome, very tall. He's single. He's looking for love.
All the
He's a
single
keeper.
Martins. All the single Martins. Yeah. All right. So I think I can.
Yeah, you're off to a great start. Probably we are trying to surprise him though with a bunch of speed dating. So don't sing it in Gelstead.
Oh.
But everywhere else you go, make sure you tell everybody.
Oh. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can do that.
I'll give her gold.
Oh, where are you
thank
from?
Oh, well, here and there, you know, just
No,
places
I never
traveling.
heard of that place.
Well, just around, you know.
It's beautiful this time of year.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So,
Where are you headed? Just around?
oh,
Here and there.
here and there, away, from where I came,
Yeah,
mostly.
that's awesome.
Which was
Oh, that way, the town that was.
Oh, what town
Obviously,
is
the
that?
direction that is behind her.
does she seem like she's being shady as fuck?
Roll an insight check.
14.
Yes and no. I mean, She seems friendly enough, but something off.
I'm gonna keep an eye on her hands. I want to make sure that she's not stealing any of our shit.
Okay.
You are a talented musician.
Oh, well, I'd love to hear some of yours.
Oh,
if
you want to hear something?
Yes.
Oh, I could sing something. Okay. This one is about the person I love. I haven't seen her in a long time. And we were just talking to Grandma, and she just made her pop in my head. So,
It's a weird correlation.
no, she's talking to me about like what I wanted and stuff like that.
I was like, oh, wait, hold on
You're thinking
here.
about your grandma.
Come on, guys, you know what
Opposite
that
effect
meaning.
of grandma in her underwear.
How does Bridget react to this?
She's just watching do it intently.
Doesn't say anything on him loving his grandma.
No.
You don't love your grandma? You should call her.
All right, I go. Don't know much about history. Don't know much scienceology. Don't know much about reading books. Don't know much about any languages I know. But I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be. And then, yeah.
I like that one.
Thank you.
You should write that one.
I wrote that one, yeah.
It's a lovely piece.
Thank you.
Well,
Scienceology.
Yeah.
It's my favorite subject.
I don't know.
Do you-
What stories should we tell her about?
do you usually write about people you come across, or is it your adventures as a group, or?
Both, actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, that's intriguing.
We're called the Taelented Seven.
The Taelented Seven.
Yes.
Yeah, named
His name's
after
Tael-
me.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I am.
And also seven.
Oh, and a seven.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello.
And there's 7 of us.
Oh, that does make
There's
sense.
also a 7 on his back.
That's a very odd coincidence there, I think.
You know,
We try not to think about it too much.
I mean, you are not wrong.
So as
Wow,
you kind of
777,
sit around
that must
sharing
be, like, a
tales,
good thing.
there comes a point. It seems like she gets a little bit more like relaxed as you're all talking, and she says, "Well, you know, in your travels, I have to warn you, just because I've heard tales in my journeys as well. There's ramblings about this creature that I've heard about. That well, it can take any shape. It can change into men, into women. I know that it can ruin their lives. I've heard it do this before. And
Bards?
I heard stories from someone I knew that, well, they were convicted of murder, and it wasn't something they did, but everyone saw them do it, and they were convicted of it. And so just, be careful while you're out there. If
Does it seem like what she's talking about herself?
roll an insight check.
Can you tell me where did this happen?
Oh, just in one of the towns that I
23.
came through. She's being dodgy for sure.
Like, does it seem like
Like, it's definitely not about some story that she heard, maybe. But
this definitely has something directly correlated to her?
maybe.
She said it was about somebody who changed their shape.
Someone she knew that heard about someone being convicted of murder because of that.
Where did this happen?
Oh, one of the towns that I passed through. I heard it from some
What
people.
town was it?
Oh, well, there's a couple back that way.
Oh yeah, so which one? Since there's a couple.
To be honest, I never really think about the names when I pass through. I just kind of pass through, and I was in a bit of a hurry, so it's just a tale I heard while I was having a drink one evening.
Oh, okay. Why are you telling us this?
Well, you seem like a nice bunch of folk. I was just hoping for you to be careful, especially if you're heading that way, which it seems you are. So I would say, yeah, that
You know
would be
somebody
why.
who can change their shape?
Well, I don't know them personally. No, I've just heard tales about this creature.
Oh, great.
Does she know them personally?
I don't know.
I don't
You'd
know.
have
Like,
to ask
does
her.
she- does she
An
seem like
insight
she
check
was
doesn't
lying?
give you these answers.
Yeah, does she seem like she's lying about that? Like, does she seem like
She
she
seemed
doesn't-
shady.
You know it's a creature for sure?
A creature, a monster, it's some type of thing that can change their shape, yes.
Would Tail have heard of anything like that before?
I mean, there's a lot of...
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a lot of things that could.
Could be a doppelganger.
Yeah,
Could be a changeling.
there's lots of things.
All right. Well,
Um,
that's some good advice. We
can
better
I
watch
do
out
a
for that.
perception check about how it smells right now?
How it smells right now?
Yeah.
Sure.
18.
I mean, there's a lot of smells. There's Vlad. I mean, you're like out in the open, so there's, yeah.
So nothing like
Most prominent
in
smells.
particular that like was
Vlad in the
weird or
world.
different. Okay. Just double check.
Smells like outside and Vlad.
Smells like outside Vlad.
She says, well,
You.
you know, I feel I've overstayed my welcome. It was nice to meet you all. Thank you for sharing your music with me. You know, well, I could use a bit of good luck for the road if you all wouldn't mind just giving me your blessing. I know it's a weird thing to ask for, but just...
Yeah, of course.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Do you mind
And-
if I...
Does this seem sinister in nature?
I don't know, does it?
That seems really creepy. You
Yeah.
just get y'all's blessing, like when you invite a vampire into your home.
I make no.
does
Like,
it
they
seem
can't
like-
come in until you invite them in.
She has ulterior
Yeah, this
motives
is
for the blessing besides a
100%.
blessing's sake, like a good luck thing.
Shady.
What does Tail think?
This bitch be shady as fuck.
do you mind if I use the tune? I would love to use the tune you taught me to make a song out of.
Actually, I was kind of hoping that maybe you would, well, I've kind of run out of the need for this, and I was going to just keep my flute. I play flute mostly, and I just, well, I was hoping you would hold on to it for me. You seem like you might be able to put more better use to...
Her
I already have a lute, though.
Oh, well, that's fine then. I'm sorry I asked.
No,
It's-
you're good. I just don't.
It's a cursed
I
object
think
for sure.
someone else
Oh,
will probably
110%.
will come into contact with you that
gonna
will
step
want
back.
it or need it. So
Oh, okay.
And cast message to Nimue.
why don't you need it anymore? You're so talented with it.
I just feel that maybe the flute is my calling.
Oh, okay.
And to Nimue, I'm gonna whisper, "Is she good or evil?"
I don't have that spell prepared today.
Do you have anything like that? Detect magic, good or evil?
Well,
I have detect magic.
I must be
I
off.
cast detect magic.
Don't seem to get any pings of magical anything.
What if we just ran into like a really nice person?
not even the
Shady.
loot. Not even the
There's,
loot.
there's all the little Zyrex in all of us.
This bitch.
I mean,
highly
you
suspect.
do detect my ukulele, but
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
nothing that's not like on the party.
I detect a ukulele.
where?
Okay. Sick.
Well, all right.
Safe travels, friend.
Yeah, of course, and same to you. And she kind of goes to like shake all of your hands.
I'm gonna watch, make sure that she's not stealing shit.
Make a perception check.
Oh,
I don't shake her hand. I'm keeping my distance.
19.
19.
Wait, what did you do?
Okay.
What
I'm
Doesn't
making
seem
sure
to
she's
steal
not
anything.
stealing anything.
I'm keeping my distance from her. Like everything she does seems super shady.
Okay. Doesn't seem to steal anything. She just shakes all your hands and says, "Well, safe
Probably
travels."
just a really nice PC or NPC, but
She turns and starts off down the road and kind of slings the lute over her back and pulls out a flute and
I'm
starts.
gonna watch her
Playing
until
the flute.
she's out of sight. And then, well, as soon as she walks away, I'm gonna check myself and make sure that she didn't steal anything.
All right, you check yourself before you wreck yourself. Nothing's missing.
He could just be fucking with us because
I hate you so much. I'm so paranoid.
You know, might as well just kill her right now. I'm just
Let's just remove all doubt from the picture.
That bitch is definitely the changeling that's going around. Like, she's definitely that person.
Oh, now are
She
you
was
saying that she
definitely
does
lying.
things like that?
She was definitely lying about something.
Maybe that is why she.
The reason why
Don't we all lie about something?
That is true, but
Yeah.
this
I do
was
not.
very specific in that she brought up that specific story.
It's different when people lie to us, okay?
Maybe she asked for about our stories. So if she goes into town and disguises herself as us, she has her own stories.
Yeah, she would know stuff about us.
What were the lyrics of that song? I was trying to write it down and I couldn't do it fast enough.
Oh,
Something about taking off her clothes and
I
showing
would definitely
people her
know them
breasts.
because
it was
she
just a
taught me them.
A little ditty.
yeah. It was a little ditty
About her ditties.
Would I
about her titties.
I would have
It was a
remembered
titty
the
ditty.
lyrics, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Will you send them to me?
sure.
Thanks.
Oh, well, if she is going south to Gelstead, maybe you can send message to Martin that we are not going back to Gelstead at all. So if someone appears in Gelstead that look like us,
Oh, so
then
one of
they
us.
are.
That's what I'm scared of, is that she came to ask us our stories and take our faces.
Yeah. So
What?
that
Jesus, that was dramatic.
Wow. All right. So you guys continue on your journey. About another half a day from where you met Bridget, there's a like a fork in the road. And you can see the sign for the turn off, the turn off to Windstrom, the city, and then the road continues on towards Novale.
We'll continue on towards Novale.
Okay.
What do you think?
did you send message to Martin to let him know that we are
Yeah, I'll
not?
send a message to Martin.
Which way do you think we should go? Which sign do you think we should follow?
All right. So
Well, actually, I'm gonna walk along, and as I walk along, I'm gonna think about what I say first, and then I'll send it to him. So I'm just gonna write it down first, because I actually try to think about this before I send.
We met a
messages.
shifty fucker. If we're not
All right.
headed back that way, in case you see us.
So you
If you do, LMK.
sleep one more night. Night goes unhindered, and then you wake the next morning. The clouds seem to have cleared. Passing by, there didn't seem to be a storm, just one of those cloudy days. And you make your way, probably majority of the day. It's like late afternoon, early evening by the time you see a small town in the distance and see Novale. And that is where we'll close tonight's session and pick up on you guys.
Is it on fire?
in Novale? Yes, and the new Frenchy bar is in front of the.
This is the forest.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Hope you had a good time.
Good night.
And good night. And goodbye. Have a good week.
I swear we love the French. And we are not.